your afternoon drive. Number 2, Men On, Van Nunley and Fred Slow. And in the on-deck circle, Amory Castillo.
This is Two Men On with Van Nunley.
Your mic's hot.
It's Wednesday, Albuquerque. You know what that means? Boys are at HQX. Let's go. Let's go from HQX.
That's my jam, brother.
Let's do this thing.
That's my jam, brother.
Do this thing up until 6:30 tonight. We're handing it off to Lady Lobos.
Go Lady Bows.
Lady Bows.
Lady Bows.
Amory, you're an Albuquerque native, and you're a lady. Do you appreciate Lady Lobo, or do you like women Lobo? Or do you just like Lobo? Is Lady Lobo socially okay?
Yes, Lady Lobo's socially okay.
Okay. Oh, do you hear? What's with Amory?
I know. I know. Sexy sick boys. 'Tis the season. I know. I'm gonna. I'm giving my my voice is giving my Friday energy. But I promise I'm trying really hard.
Amory picked up smoking recently.
Yeah,
I did.
And she made up for 20 years of no cigarettes.
Amory started watching a bunch of those Hallmark movies where the pretty lead character is sick at the beginning. And she's like, I gotta go back to my hometown.
Yeah, I will tell you this though. It's Lady Lobo since the day I grew up here. I wanted to be a Lady Lobo. Fun backstory. I was number 21 because of Miranda Sanchez, famous Lady Lobo here. That's not with us anymore. And I went to El Dorado, beat one. I went out of district because Don Flanagan was the coach there, and then he left as soon as I went to high school. So, anyways, it's a long story, but it's Lady Lobos for life.
What is that?
Not, I can't say women, lady, whatever they're supposed to say now.
People say that.
I'm like, okay, I'm not offended. Like Lady Lobos, that's my whole life.
So you're saying Lady Lobo's no go?
No, it's a go.
Oh, it's a huge go.
Huge go, and that's I refuse to change it.
Okay.
I'm not calling it whatever else we're calling it.
Awesome Lindsay Lohan impression today, by the way. You're crushing it.
Yeah, that's
really good.
Yeah,
really good.
This is
not the drugs and arrests.
No.
Just the scratchy voice. That's all.
Sound like Miley Cyrus when she does an interview.
Yeah, or when Phoebe, I've seen the episode of Friends when Phoebe gets sick, she thinks she's good at singing. I don't know. You both have dated ladies. Come on.
Miss us with Friends references.
Okay.
I don't even know what the.
I know you have been forced to watch Friends at some point with a lady.
Yeah, you're accurate, but that doesn't mean.
But doesn't mean you're paying. You're paying attention.
Making your way in the world today.
That's the theme song of Friends.
You got
right there.
I just want to inform you,
making your way with all your worries,
that Two Men On officially has a hotkey page. I came back after a couple days hiatus.
Well, and you took a hiatus, and I went to our boss and said, "Hey, Amory is claiming that she can't do her job because there's no hot page." And,
well, now there is one. It says,
"Of course there is."
No, this is my favorite part. So the hotkey page now there's and Jerry Wright, who I think filled in for me. Yes. He made a new hotkey button about the caller who hates you.
You feel free to drop that one whenever.
No. I'm just letting you know. So we have that. Thanks to Jerry Wright, because he actually is good at his job, unlike me. And then mandatory headlines are back.
He's good at not getting COVID. That's for sure.
Now, did you hear this on Monday when we were told to go to hell? Are you familiar with this?
No. Would you like me to play it? Because I have it on.
Go ahead.
Hold on. He edited it for you too.
It's too nice.
I hate you, but. Why I despise you, but go to hell.
That is the best hockey ever.
It's so good.
That could not be any more on brand for Two Men On.
Me and Van are just sitting in silence because, literally, an hour earlier, we found out our very good friend had died.
Yeah. So, I'm so sorry.
Thank you. And we're sitting before the show, and we're like,
it's hard to do radio.
How do we want to talk? Yeah, okay, let's turn it on. Let's pretend. Let's act like this weekend mattered. And then Jer, who doesn't know any better, gets bamboozled by a weirdo, tells us to go to hell. We go, okay.
When you're gone, weird stuff happens. Okay. But luckily in that situation, the weird stuff was accidentally awesome.
Yeah, now we have a hotkey.
Best one ever.
All right, I'm a big fan of alliteration. Friend of the
Mhm.
show, Joel says Lindsay Lohan, Lady Lobo.
Ooh.
Let's go on that.
Ladies love Lindsay Lohan, Lady Lobo.
I like that.
Mhm.
Lindsay Lohan loves ladies Lobos like ladies love.
Big L word you could have
Yeah,
dropped there that we're going to skip out
I
on.
screwed up.
Yep. That's okay.
Ooh. Oh, just noticed we're a minute 43 into the show, which means Draymond Green has been ejected. So this is
Yeah.
nice. We made it.
Oh.
We made it minute 43. Rudy Gobert, who's in the conversation of everyone who's always talked about anytime there's a thing that goes on in a basketball game, because he's easy to hate.
Sure.
Yeah, like 13. And by the way, I think all television and all radio and all entertainment is made for 13-year-olds. I think we've had this talk on air.
Mhm.
Cool. All 13-year-olds and their homies hate Rudy Gobert. So even after this basketball game where Draymond Green just doesn't want to play because his friend Steph Curry is not playing,
Yep.
all these internet 13-year-old kids say, all my homies hate Rudy Gobert. He's not even involved in the play. He's
Look.
not getting choked or choking.
Minnesota got fleeced on the Rudy Gobert trade. And it's
100%.
100%. He is not the player that they traded for. Okay, good NBA player. Not going to hate on him. All-star level, great defense, blah,
Yeah.
blah, blah.
Everyone hates him.
But everyone hates him. If you want to put some shine on somebody, have Draymond Green stand next to
Yeah.
them. The only way you can look any better whatsoever if you're a hated basketball player is get into a tussle with Draymond Green, the premier dirtbag in the National Basketball Association.
Is Draymond Green.
Yes.
Rudy Gobert said to The Athletic, Rudy Gobert said, after the reading comments from the Warriors' Steve Kerr about Draymond Green, quote, he's backing his guy, but I think he knows deep inside. He doesn't want to say it, but his guy is a clown.
He's a clown.
He's a clown.
He is an absolute clown.
I'm into this now.
I mean, side note, one of the clowns that everyone wants on their team, but still a clown, still a dirtbag, still a dirty player, still a pile of garbage. But you kind of want him on your team.
no.
If you get the option, you want, everybody needs a Draymond.
Here's what Gobert said on Draymond's choking.
I hate, oh God, I hate him so much I erase his name from
I'll
my
help.
brain.
Who is it?
Dylan Brooks. I hate Dylan Brooks. But now that he's a Houston Rocket, I'm like, you know what? He'll fit in really well. He's going to do some good work.
Gobert said on Draymond's choking skills, quote, he's grabbing me, he's grabbing me, he's grabbing me, but the choke wasn't good enough. Yeah, it wasn't enough for me to really have to go to sleep, but he tried. He tried really hard, but it wasn't good enough where I felt like I was in danger. Oh, okay. I'm gonna spoil something here for you. He was trying to really hurt you.
Yeah.
This was not a hold you back. This was not a break a thing up. This is I knew before the game, you love baseball, right? This is exactly like you hit me 2 series ago in my home stadium.
Coming right back at you.
But not today. It's going to
Mhm.
be when we circle back in 2 weeks in
Mhm.
your home field. That's what this was. This was premeditated. This was Draymond saying, listen, Coach Kerr, Steve, hey, Steve, I'm not trying to play tonight because Steph's not playing. You know, it's not. I don't like playing without Steph.
Sure.
I'm gonna go ahead and choke a dude out. Like they talked about it.
You think this was premeditated?
100%,
Yeah.
1,000%, 1,000,000%.
The way they usually I do think that way, but the way that the other two players tussled at the beginning,
Clay,
having both of them having to step in,
Yeah.
and then him just reaching out and grabbing Rudy Gobert, it looked natural. It looked in the moment. I'm sure Draymond in his head had a little bit like, oh, I can't wait.
oh, he's waiting the whole time.
I don't think he was like, it's like in a hockey match. The puck drops.
I believe it's
and they're
called
like,
a competition.
off with the gloves. Here we go.
I've
He's
seen
got
that.
him by the back.
I've seen that in person.
Yeah.
Like the 5 lineup against the
Mhm.
center ice line. Is that red or blue?
Yeah.
The blue line.
Mhm.
And then by the way, we're broadcasting Ice Wolves hockey this weekend. We better
It's
learn
gonna
some
be
stuff.
fun.
Here's
I'm not learning anything.
Here's how I prepared.
Yeah.
I kept saying stuff like this. I kept saying like, "Hey, Van, you're on thin ice."
Mhm.
That's all I got.
That's
like,
where I started.
That's
Uh-huh.
So I've seen that where as soon as the puck drops, all 10 dudes throw their gloves to the ground and then just, pull each other's sweaters over each other's head. They're
Yeah,
called sweaters.
immediately. I did know that. That's the only thing I know about hockey.
Here's how I know
It's not a
fake.
jersey. It's a sweater.
It's a sweater.
Thanks, Letterkenny.
Here's how I know. How I know it is. It is staged and it's premeditated.
Mhm.
Because afterwards they put a microphone right in Rudy Gobert's face. And I've been watching the NBA for a lot of years, and I've been paying attention to the NBA for a lot of years, and I've never heard Rudy Gobert be as entertaining as he has been right now. He has been so coached and prepared, as he basically said in that quote, "Yeah, Draymond's super soft and he fights like a white belt."
Mhm.
Like that's what, and I'm like,
It's really
I'm
good.
like, yes, he's super soft.
It's the easiest way
This is the best
to
thing
become the good guy.
This is a
It's
face
tussle with Draymond
Yeah.
Green.
in WWE. This
It's-
is called a face turn. He's turning baby face.
Oh, he's still hated. He still sucks. It's just way less now because Draymond's obviously the bad guy again.
Hey, and you need a bad guy. You need an Isaiah Thompson. You need
Say good night to that bad guy.
You need a Bill Lambier. You need a Dennis Rodman. You need a Latrell Sprewell.
Uh-huh.
You need
You need a
see what I'm
Dylan
doing?
Brooks.
You need a
Look at the live chat.
Jason. Oh, is the live chat going crazy, Abraham? So I'm not even on the. All right, here we go. I don't like this.
Mm-hmm.
Rudy is not catching a receipt for bringing COVID to the NBA.
Nice.
That is not what is happening from the chat. Oh gosh. Also, friend of the show, Hank recommends we bring in Draymond Green for Duke City Championship Wrestling. Tomorrow night, Historic El Rey Theater. Come see your boys. One night only, but every month. Also, it's going to be a banger show. Also, we were setting up today, and they're doing some construction out back, and they hit a gas line. We had to evacuate the building.
Oh,
It
that's
was a
scary.
whole production. And then Albuquerque Fire shows up, and we're like, "Hey, you're a little early. That's tomorrow night. Pro wrestling at the Historic El Rey Theater,
a good one.
7:30."
That's really dangerous because
So
all of
dangerous.
your wrestlers smoke.
What's up with pro wrestlers and smoking?
I don't know,
They
man.
all sound like A. Marie when they talk.
I know.
It's breaking NFL headlines. I'm A. Marie Castillo. Is there anything worse than being sick and your friends making fun of you? That's like when I had COVID.
Well, I think she's on the mend. If you can't see her on Facebook Live or
I'm
YouTube
good.
Live,
I'm almost there.
smiling.
I'm here.
She sounds awful, but looks better.
She's mid right now. Like I've seen, like I'm looking at her on the live stream, facebook.com/talkabq. Very mid. This is like you can tell she's been sleeping a lot. You can tell
She's in Friday mode.
turning the lights
what it
on.
My
yeah.
voice.
Not the best decision today.
You should try to keep that voice. It's
yeah,
kind
keep
of
the voice.
it's kind of sweet. Stick with it.
It's very annoying.
Virginia Slim 120s. I'd recommend.
Oh
Yeah.
gosh.
Just take a bunch of drags real fast.
Mhm.
Just what is that called when you smoke them hot?
What's the opposite of helium? You
Yeah.
need to stay on that.
Yeah, do the petroleum.
That's exactly what it is.
Should I vape?
Yeah, ooh,
Oh,
good idea.
totally.
Yeah, and eat a bunch of Pop Rocks.
That's interesting.
I think it'll help.
I don't.
The what's that spray from Dumb and Dumber that Jim Carrey uses?
Banaka.
Yeah, use a lot of
Yeah,
Banaka.
get some Banaka.
Yeah, put that in your mouth. Just Banaka it up. If I had a weird voice for a while, I would record it and then look at my wavelength and see if it was different because I'm into that kind of stuff.
If I had a weird voice for a while. Oh wait, I did. It was called my teenage years.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that wasn't a good one.
Oh no.
You were so insecure then. Not as insecure as Draymond Green, but you were so insecure then. How long does he get suspended?
3 games,
That's not enough.
and then they appeal. Then he does 1 game,
You know,
just because of who he was choking.
God.
If he was choking a guy that didn't create the COVID pandemic, anybody else he'll get 5 games. But since it's Rudy Gobert, he'll get 3 games.
the Twitter, you're familiar with the Twitter?
X.
X, sorry. Yeah. Let me give it to you, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So, Antonio Brown has a Twitter
Oh, thank God.
at AB84 on the X.
Okay.
This was the tweet this morning. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Draymond Green is Antonio Brown.
Antonio Brown said Draymond Green is Antonio Brown. I've never been happier in my entire life for a tweet. At least he is self-aware. That is legit hilarious.
I mean, less goofy outfits in CTE, but yes.
probably the same amount as CTE.
Who is Antonio Brown disrespecting here? Is it no one and I'm the one confused?
I think it's as accurate as a tweet I've ever seen.
This is the most damning thing ever said about Draymond Green.
And Draymond has tried really hard.
Like, you know, sometimes you sit down and you see like a perfectly articulated like paragraph or like verbiage or like a passage. This is it from Antonio Brown. This is absolutely savage.
You know, they say a picture's worth 1,000 words. That tweet is worth about 1,000 comedy roasts because he could not have done any better in that moment.
Did Draymond, Amory, I didn't watch the whole clip and I definitely didn't watch the game. Did Draymond Green take his jersey off mid-game and then walk off the court? Is that
no, he didn't.
Okay, yeah.
Just I think the biggest highlight was him giving the guy a chokehold.
On his way out of the stadium, did he try to fight a UPS delivery driver?
No. He also didn't post inappropriate things on Twitter of, you know what?
Did he throw a handful of Lunchables at a child?
No.
Why did Gobert say, if Draymond knew how to choke, it would have been way worse? I can't get over all the shade he's throwing at him. Oh. You remember at the end of the best movie ever made, Avengers Infinity War?
Pretty strong work.
It's the best movie in game. And he says you should have gone for the head. Like that's what Gobert is doing to Draymond Green.
Said I don't know what Draymond's trying to do and choke. That's James Harden's forte.
It's awesome. I need someone to help me with a
It's
Draymond
James Harden dig there.
No, I got it.
Yeah.
I need someone to help me with the Draymond Green Deepak Chopra joke. Can you help me come through with this?
Dre-Pak Chokra?
Pretty good, actually.
Yeah.
I don't hate that at all. We'll come right back whenever we do. Continuing our day, we got guests today. We're going to have a lot of fun. 5:15, Sean Merriman joins us on the program.
All right.
5:30, Danny Gonzalez joins us on the program.
Yeah.
We're going to talk a lot of football today. We're at the ABQ Axe over here at Osuna and San Mateo. Come hang out with your boys. We'll have a friend from ABQ Axe join us for sure. Hey, Maria's back. I'm taking tomorrow off because we got Duke City Championship Wrestling. So, I got to get everything out of my system. Also, dccwtickets.com. Go there, get some ticks for the big event tomorrow night. We're going to have hundreds of friends of pro wrestling in attendance. Angelique Risk making her her Albuquerque debut at DCCW. That's going to be exciting. We got some fun new local talent coming up, so it's going to be a thing. Don't forget, if you do buy a ticket to Duke City Championship Wrestling, you're sliding money into Daddy's pockets. That is the thing. I am Daddy.
It's your daddy.
That is correct.
You're not referring to Amory.
No.
Okay.
Amory, if someone buys a ticket to Duke City Championship Wrestling at dccwtickets.com, where does that money go?
It goes to Buck Burnett, you, and all the owners of Duke City Championship Wrestling.
Oh, like Daddy's pockets? Is that what you said?
No.
In your new voice, you said Daddy's pockets?
Nope, never going to say it.
Okay. Just
speaking of never,
I hate you, but I despise you. But go to hell.
Zooming on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
Still dealing with congestion.
You're clear. 4 minutes.
Right around 2nd Street. It'll last until Rio Grande. Southbound on I-25 between Osuna and Montgomery. Traffic's moving slow there. Headed west on Paseo right now. You're going to see slowdowns between I-25 and 2nd Street. Also, westbound on Alameda right now. Jefferson to the river. Traffic's moving slow there. And remember, we've got those slowdowns affecting both north and southbound I-25 as you approach Avenida Cesar Chavez. Road work and lane restrictions continue in that area, and there are a lot of slowdowns and backups, so you're going to want to be really careful going through there. If you see an accident, call the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture and Mattress. Make yourself at home. Shop in-store or online at AmericanHome.com. I'm Michael Carlisle from the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center. Come to the UNM Howl Zone. 3.5 hours before kickoff for each home game with backyard games, inflatable, food, drinks, music, and more.
Hand him off to the deep man there. Oh, makes a man a miss. He's outside the numbers to the 15. He's to the house.
Come celebrate with New Mexico's station for football.
First Career Lobo touchdown, 27 yards.
95.9 FM and AM 610.
Unbelievable.
The Sports Animal.
If you're feeling hungry, don't be a wet rag and settle for some boring grub. Come to the 66 Diner, where you can dig into some of the best comfort foods and milkshakes. Retro 50s style. Awarded best milkshakes in the city year after year. Family coming into town, but you don't have the time to bake those must-have holiday desserts? Avoid the hassle. Swing by 66 Diner to order some of their delicious pies, cakes, and cobblers for the family. All sorts of pie flavors like apple, blueberry, pecan, just to name a few. How about carrot cake, chocolate cake, blueberry cobbler? They've got it all. Everything is made in-house. Hurry in. Reserve your orders by November 20th. Don't forget about their Cruiser Club. Sign up on their website and get a free milkshake, a free meal on your birthday, and a free appetizer on your membership anniversary. Even better, 66 Diner is this Friday's sweet deal. Visit our station website Friday 9 a.m. and get a $50 gift certificate for just $25. Now that's a deal. Step back in time and keep it classy at 66 Diner.
No one wants legal problems, but somehow, some way, they seem to find you. Where do you turn when you need help? For more than 40 years, Rudy Chavez has had the people of New Mexico's back. If you're facing a legal issue, you want to have Rudy's experience and compassion in your corner. Call the law offices of Rudy Chavez at 505-242-5500. That's 505-242-5500, or visit rudychavezlaw.com. Contact Rudy today and make your legal problems go away.
Discover, this is Daniela.
Hi, it's Jennifer Coolidge. I just want to thank you for making me feel so special. I earned cash back on debit for my dinner party groceries.
That's great. But with Discover Cashback Debit, we give everyone cash back on everyday purchases. Anything else I can help you with?
Do you like asparagus and mushroom sorbet? I've got leftovers.
Introducing Discover Cashback Debit, a checking account with cash back. It pays to Discover. Eligibility and terms at discover.com/cashback debit. Discover Bank, member FDIC.
Hi, what brings you to the clinic today?
Oh, the baby's not feeling well. I think she might have a fever.
Well, let's check her temp with the Exergen thermometer. You're right. These Exergen thermometers are very accurate. Reads 101.2.
Oh, gosh. Well, that Exergen thermometer sure is fast and easy to use.
Yes, and many doctors recommend Exergen for home use.
Exergen thermometers, backed by over 100 clinical studies, are available at Walgreens and participating retailers. Learn more at Exergen.com.
Thursday on the opening drive, Jerry Palm from CBS Sports breaks down the college football playoff rankings. Thursday Night Football, it's a must-win game for who? And we break down Lobo basketball. The opening drive with Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck starts at 7 a.m.
Here we go. Mike's hot. Ready? Mike is hot.
Back live from ABQX.
Yeah, we are.
Holiday season. Come get those gift certificates. You doing a holiday party? You know what you should do? Stupid, boring, stupid New Mexican food restaurant or pizza place or you can also do this.
You want to try to get weird? Have some fun with your friends?
You team up to
ABQX. You act. It's so hard, baby.
They will host your Christmas party. And you'll get to throw axes. And we'll donate a white elephant gift. Something weird. Something really weird.
We got a lot of weird stuff.
We have so many weird things.
I'm holding some weird stuff.
Like currently?
Yeah.
It's on your person?
Uh-huh. Always.
Show me.
Okay.
What is this?
Yeah, I don't know.
Why are you going to your bag?
I just guarantee you I got something weird in here. All right, here. Schematics for the backyard layout.
Yeah, that's a good white elephant gift.
That's weird, right? It's very weird. That's a weird thing to have.
I don't hate it at all.
I got a White Claw Yeti with yesterday's coffee in it.
That's not weird.
That's very weird.
That's actually on brand for you.
Most people like pour it out and clean it.
The thing I'm very happy about, and I'm not a guy who usually celebrates injury.
Okay.
Deshaun Watson done.
That's the one.
Yeah.
That's the one that you can celebrate and feel okay about.
Deshaun Watson undergoing ending surgery on a broken bone in his throwing shoulder. The Cleveland Browns are saying it's not related to his previous injury. What I'm going to tell you is they're saying that on purpose so that they can say that he's made of itty bitty pieces of glass, and they're going to void his contract and get out from under this thing. and welcome PJ Walker or whoever.
Oh my God, I hope they insured that contract to the gills, because here's your out. He's been doing it over and over again. Doctor cleared him, and he took 2 weeks off. Then he comes back and gets hurt immediately. I mean, the highlight of the year, he was the quarterback. They beat the Ravens on a walk-off field goal. That's cool for Browns fan. But now you get to do it with somebody that's not a dirtbag.
I don't know if what I'm going to say is going to sound correct. I want to root for the Cleveland Browns to go undefeated with Thompson Robinson and win the Super Bowl without Deshaun Watson.
Without him, yeah.
That's what I want.
I hope they play fantastic without him.
Also, the Fighting Derrick Henry Tafoyas have picked up Thompson Robinson as their new quarterback.
Right here in real time?
Right here in real time.
Okay.
So get ready, Fantasy League, because in my 2-quarterback league, there was literally no one available at all, and I had a guy on a bye week. So I'm riding the Cleveland Brown train right now. I'm on board. Toot, toot. I'm on board.
You might want to add PJ Walker as well, because a starter hasn't been named yet. We don't know which one it is.
It was named on the drive over. I heard it.
Oh, never mind. So it is DTR?
Yes.
Oh, good. He's fun to watch.
According to
way less rape.
NFL Radio. There you go.
Okay.
There should be a copy and paste. I don't know what other words to use about when a player gets hurt. Like, you should never ever wish death or violence or threaten or advocate for or celebrate or suggest or wish or hope or dream or express extreme indifference. You should not do those things.
Yeah, it doesn't serve you.
It doesn't.
As a human.
It's not good.
Don't root actively for someone's downfall. That's bad juju. That's bad mojo.
It's bad.
It's bad karma.
Feels good right now.
But in the case of Deshaun Watson, please. This is so good. And this is what the Browns deserve.
Yeah.
This is what you deserve. A record-setting contract, a record-setting guarantee for, we've talked about this ad nauseum on the program, at best, a pervert.
I'm gonna read to you.
Worst, just a prolific sexual assaulter.
I'm going to read to you the official press release from the Cleveland Browns, and you tell me if this hits like crack, okay? Deshaun Watson underwent magnetic an MRI Monday on 2 injuries sustained at different plays in the first half of Sunday's 33-31 win over the Baltimore Ravens. Imaging on his left ankle revealed a high ankle sprain. In addition to postgame, Deshaun notified medical staff he discomfort in his right shoulder after he was hit in the first half. An MRI on his right shoulder revealed a displaced fracture to the glenoid. Despite performing at a high level and finishing the game after a consultation with the Browns head physician, whoever this cat is, it has been determined that this injury will require immediate surgery to repair and avoid future structural damage. Deshaun is placed on season-ending IR.
So how much are they going to slide that surgeon underneath the table to botch the surgery?
The whole thing.
Yeah.
Stab him in the lung.
Mm-hmm.
He's
not on the Chargers. He's on the Browns.
Stab him. Stab him. Stab him. I saw that this morning, and I was jacked.
Sure.
I was
That's
like,
a good way to start the day.
I was like, this is awesome.
I skipped. That's why there's coffee left in that mug.
I
didn't need a cup of coffee today.
230 million guaranteed, by the way.
Ooh. I'm gonna have a lawyer read his contract. Like, somebody can get out of that thing.
Oh yeah.
It better be insured to the gills, but you could probably get out of it. I'm sure there's a morality clause in there. I don't know if there's a porcelain shoulder clause, but there friggin' well should be.
It was the worst trade in NFL history.
Just acquiring him in general, with all of that knowledge.
Yeah. When the Browns traded for Deshaun Watson, that's like talking to you and A-Marie when you two are both drunk at the sports book. Like, I'm like, this is a bad idea. I don't care.
Ooh, speaking of that, I got to turn in my winning ticket. Thanks for reminding me about that. I got to turn in that winning parlay and make a bunch of more winners.
I don't know. 38, been in radio 21 years. I don't know if I have seen a weirder story of a professional athlete. And like Maurice Claret was weird. That was a weird thing. I mean, in the last 20 years.
Since Aaron Hernandez.
The
Sorry.
Aaron Hernandez thing is weirder. You're
Right.
right.
Since Aaron Hernandez, this is probably the weirdest one.
Every so often you get a fun one where Major League Baseball players aren't who they say they are. And you're like,
yeah. Like, oh, that's cool.
Like,
you're actually you're 3 years older and you got a completely different name.
Yeah.
That's cool, Fausto.
And then they stop dyeing their hair. And you're like,
Oh.
all right.
Whoa.
Yeah, welcome.
Okay.
Yeah, welcome back.
Yeek.
I'm in on that stuff. It's because it's like two different types of sad. Because there are so many victims in Deshaun Watson's thing. Brad, it was just accused. There's never any sort of. Please shut up.
Yeah.
Not your show. This is not your show for that.
If one person accused you of something, I'm like, hey, let's take it to court. Innocent until proven guilty.
Mm-hmm.
Let's take this case by case basis. Let's let the data decide.
Yeah.
Let's let the truth decide. When it's 30 people, that is a serial assaulter. That is a person you don't want anywhere near your loved ones, your family, your friends, your business, your organization. Should have been blackballed.
And I'll go as far as to say, and also, again, and this is the Robert Kraft stuff. This is the city of Las Vegas, Nevada. Exchange. What's the one in England or in Europe that everyone goes to for prostitution?
Amsterdam. There's a few of them.
That one is the one I'm mentioning.
That's the most popular one, I think.
If you are in a position in your life where you want to exchange money for a relation, okay,
sure.
I'm not even mad at you. And if you want to, after that happens, claim that it was another situation. If you want to claim you were the victim, or if you want to claim you were a predator, or you want to claim, I'll hear that. I'll hear that argument as well. Like, I'm in and all that stuff. But here's the thing. When there's 35 of them, if none of them are true, you say none of them are true, and you fight it forever.
Yeah.
And that's what Trevor Bauer did.
Yeah.
Trevor Bauer did, you know what I'll say? Equally weird stuff.
He's a weird dude.
He's a weird dude.
But it was legal and consensual.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%. And these gals, they might have been consensual for dollars at the time, and they were convinced later that that was a bad thing, or their morals got whatever. I'll buy into any of that too.
Well, there's a sliding scale from all of his accusers.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
But still, the numbers are disgusting.
Yeah.
Should have had nothing to do with that human being. But instead of having nothing to do with him, gave him a record-setting contract, got fleeced in a trade, and now you're reaping what you sow.
Let's do this. Let's step away. When we come back, we're going to talk a little bit of Lobos. Zay Marie just told me the phone lines are lighting up. We got Danny at 5:30. Recap a little bit of the football game from this past weekend, which we did at length earlier in the week. I've calmed down on it a little bit, which is good.
Good.
I was worked up earlier in the week.
Sure.
Basketball game tomorrow night for the boys, the men. Women play tonight. Phone lines are open whenever we get back. It's 2 Men On. 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
This report is sponsored by
Clear.
and Matt
Got 4 minutes.
Yeah,
Day sale. Better sleep, an unmissable deal.
What?
Will you let that
You're
cat
back.
know? We'll get
Save up to
something.
$500 Tempur-Pedic and score a $300 instant gift for pillows and more. Plus, get your new bed with fast and free delivery. Don't miss the Black Friday sale at Mattress Firm.
Well, traffic right now, we are dealing with congestion westbound on I-40. That's going to start right around the interchange. It'll last until Coors. Southbound on I-25, just south of Paseo, you're going to see slowdowns. Those slowdowns will last until Montgomery. Headed west on Alameda right now, Jefferson until the river. Traffic's moving slow there. Also westbound on Paseo between I-25 and Coors. We've got slowdowns in that area as well. Also, that road work continues, and it's affecting both directions of I-25 as you approach Avenida Cesar Chavez. We've got lane restrictions in that area also, and seeing quite a bit of slowdown. So be really careful as you make your way through there.
If you see an accident, call the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture and Mattress. Make yourself at home. Shop in-store or online at AmericanHome.com. I'm Michael Carlisle from the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center.
Celebrate Cherry Fridays with the Sports Animal. Every Friday before a home game, we're turning the town cherry. Join the Sports Animal for a t-shirt raid in the parking lot of one Albertsons somewhere in the city. Get your Lobo gear and home game tickets while supplies last. Join us from Albertsons off Coors and Montano at 11 a.m. this Friday morning. Get there quick and help us paint the town cherry from 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
Contact Tax Relief Helpers for details and restrictions.
Attention, anyone that owes money to the IRS. The IRS has restarted aggressive enforcement actions against taxpayers who owe back taxes that were temporarily suspended for COVID. If you owe $10,000 or more, you must hear this because now is the time to clear your IRS tax debt. A special toll-free number has been established so you can stop penalty fees, avoid liens, levies, or other hostile measures by the IRS. Call Tax Relief Helpers right now at 800-956-5539. Tax Relief Helpers will provide you the maximum protection afforded by law.
I got behind on my taxes and owed $48,000. I didn't know what to do. I called and they got my bill lowered to just $3,500.
I owed $87,000 in taxes and it was scary. I got the amount I owed down to just $3,500. I saved $83,500.
If you owe money to the IRS, don't wait another day. Call 800-956-5539 right now before the IRS enforces liens, levies, or other aggressive measures. The call and consult are absolutely free. Call now. Call 800-956-5539. 800-956-5539. 800-956-5539.
The holidays are around the corner. Get your car taken care of so you can focus on your family. It's Jeff Symbieta. My friends over at On the Spot Automotive Detailing can help you get your car cleaned and looking like new. Don't have the time? On the Spot Automotive Detailing will do it for you wherever and whenever it's convenient. When they're done, your car looks, feels, and smells like it's brand new. Not to mention, they also offer window tint services for your vehicle. Call 505-859-2859 or book online at otsdetailing.com. That's otsdetailing.com.
Save on stuff you really need and stuff you bought for fun. Stuff you always really wanted this holiday at Amazon. Stuff that is discounted if you're naughty or you're nice. Stuff to buy your grandma who drinks her Chardonnay with ice. Stuff to make you big and strong. Stuff we can't name in this song. Stuff for lawns and decking halls. Save big on stuff at Amazon. Stop.
Dell's Black Friday event is their biggest sale of the year. Shop limited time deals on laptops like the stylish, innovative XPS 13, engineered to do it all on the Intel Evo platform. Plus, save big on ultra-sharp monitors and top brand accessories. It's the perfect time to upgrade any home, business, or gaming setup powered by Intel Core processors. Shop now at Dell.com/deals to take advantage of huge savings and free shipping. Again, that's Dell.com/deals.
No.
Lobo fans, basketball is here, and it should be a historic season in the pit. Season tickets are on sale now for as low as $110 for women's basketball and as low as $199 for men's basketball. That's only $6 to $12 a game. Tickets are going fast, so don't wait long. Visit GoLobos.com/tickets today. We are New Mexico.
How wrestling really works and how you get the ratings. Eric Bischoff and Conrad Thompson explain on 83 Weeks.
Wrestling right now is incredibly profitable. Do you feel like we're in a boom period with wrestling?
It's undeniable. The numbers dictate the facts. And the facts are the numbers are bigger now than they've ever been. There's more revenue being generated. There's more distribution. The product is being accepted at a mainstream level in ways heretofore we've not seen.
83 Weeks on YouTube or wherever you listen.
The Duke City's home for sports. 95.9 FM and AM.
Here we go.
The Sports Animal.
Phone lines are open. For the show, CJ joins us on the Sports Animal hotline. It was 42-14. Broncos over Lobos this past weekend. CJ, how are you?
Man, we talked a week ago, and I'm still upset.
Yeah.
So, I was thinking about the whole conversation about this is on the fans, like football is somehow on the fans. And I've just been thinking, as somebody who's been here almost 50 years and a Lobo fan, it's not on the fans. It is squarely, what is happening with football is squarely somehow within the machinations of the whole infrastructure at UNM. I don't even know if it's the athletic department. There's a sphincter that's closed somehow. I don't think Danny Gonzalez is a bad coach. I wasn't sure, but I don't think he is. I think you could see in the Boise game, they show flashes. There's some players. There's some guys that can do stuff. And so there's something that I think he's missing something to be successful, to be honest with you. And it's probably cash, right? I mean, especially now that basically we got to get these guys hooked up into NIL, and it has to be such a deal that, like the young quarterback, Dan Fair, somebody's going to look at like, we should go get him. How much do you think it would take you? Right? The kind of stuff that UNM is going to be dealing with. And I think Danny alluded to that, at some level. And so we have to be able to fight that. And then, I think when I was thinking about the people of Albuquerque, this town wants to come up so bad, right? I mean, look at how New Mexico United, especially in their first season when they got on that run,
right.
that has created that fan base. And that's because I'm sure it's because people love the other football. I almost called it soccer. Sorry, man. But
do not mind.
But this town wants to come up. We want a winner. We want it so bad, right? You could see it starting when they went 14-0 last year in the pit. And last year, I mean, that's when, Patino started to see, holy crap, this place is mental when it's rolling. So, but basketball isn't going to drive the ability for UNM athletics to move forward. Especially when we get into a 12-team playoff in football, UNM has to be positioned to get in on that while they can get in on that. The time is so of the essence right now for UNM to step up so that at least we're in the conversation. There's no way that UNM is in the conversation with conference expansion or anything at all like that.
Well,
I mean,
what I might have heard, CJ, off the record is with Washington State and Oregon State winning that court case over there, I guess that would have been Monday, that they're going to look to try to bring in a bunch of teams to the Pac-2 or Tupac or whatever, the Tupac. And I wouldn't be surprised if they take the monies from the exiting Pac-12 teams and put those towards the universities that they bring in. Would UNM
that would be great, but is UNM going to be in that conversation, right? Or are we going to be like, when we became the Mountain West Conference, there was a bunch of teams that UNM was like, or that got kicked out of whatever the WAC was back then. I mean, it was insane. I think it was 16 teams, but teams like UTEP and Tulsa, those guys were out as far as the Mountain West. So we want to make sure that doesn't happen to us. But and then I was thinking about basketball, and then I'll shut up. Somebody wrecked the pit, right? The pit is a beautiful building. They wrecked it. You used to have 18,000 people there. You could be a venue for the first round of the NCAAs. That was one of the things that gave the pit its mystique, was the whole, the time that we were in the Final Four and NC State won. I mean, that the pit had a mystique before that, but that confirmed it because the fact of the matter is UNM is at best a regional irritant. We're not a regional power. We never have been. We've been really good in some games. We've won our conference tournament. We've had runs there, but as soon as we get to the NCAAs, it's a ball game. And the only one that's afraid of us is our first round opponents, because the second round guys are like, we got this. This team can't get to the Sweet 16. They don't believe they can get to the Sweet 16. And so when you tampered with a venue like the Pit the way that they did, what, the Pit is a place where you get a $2 Lobo dog, a watered down Pepsi, and you stand at the rails at the top and you scream and you lose your mind. And there should be 18,000 there, 15,000, whatever. They should bulldoze those suites They should get that floor set up so that we can do it, so that we can get back in the rotation, whatever it costs. It shouldn't matter. Let's get the pit back to a place where it can be prominent after the season, right? So you're not seeing pit games and going, oh, wow, that place is awesome on ESPN3. You know, that doesn't help us. So, yeah, that's the kind of stuff that's been bumping around in my dumb head.
This is a fire.
Yeah, CJ, this is a top shelf call on this program. I can hear your passion, and I can tell you're an actually reasonable Lobo fan instead of just screaming fire and saying Lobos suck. I mean, at least you have.
No, they don't. They don't. Like the kids that come here, they don't know what they're getting into. You know, I don't think they do. They see stuff. I mean, you know what? My wife is a flight nurse. Why aren't we working with some of the med flight companies and going like, what? You're going out to Inglewood to take a patient? Well, why didn't you pick up this recruit and drop them off at UNM on the way? That'd be kind of cool. I mean, it'd be awkward, like, you know, having a conversation with a dude with a vent, but you know, I mean, let's leverage the stuff that we have in this community if we can. But, you know, come on, Governor Lujan, open the pipeline, man. We have as much oil almost as Kuwait down in eastern New Mexico. While we can rape the earth with impunity still, let's do it. Let's get UNM up and going athletically. Let's have it be a beautiful front window for the state of New Mexico. Come on, man. We got it. This has to happen real quick, or we're D2. We're D2, and we're competing with Highlands for championships.
We would win for sure against Highlands. I would subscribe to CJ Substack. So if that existed, that is the thing. CJ, good call, brother. We're at the commercial.
Thanks, Matt.
Thank you.
I agree with CJ.
Thanks, man.
Lobo fan is passionate, especially Lobo fan who's been here for a long time and seen them actually do it.
Yeah.
But it's never enough for Lobo fan. There was a successful program here at UNM, and a guy was taking you to bowl games every single year, winning double-digit games or creeping up on double-digit wins every single year, and you ran his ass out of town. And then that set us back a decade. Then a couple bad choices set us back another decade. And now we finally have a guy here who wants to be here, who's passionate, and he just needs the money. We need to infuse some more money into the program.
I think there's something to it, the athletic director, because the way Eddie came into this thing, learning. Like, hey, it was a storm when he came in.
Sure.
It was an expletive storm when he came in. So you got to fix it. You got to learn it. You got to set everything up for success. And now you're there. Now you're in the point where, has it been 6 years? Has it been 6 years? It is not.
Pre-COVID.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
Time flies. But now you're in a spot where you're no longer trying to figure it out. You should have it figured out. Let's go. Get the dollars. Find the donors. Do the things. I don't think you can med flight student athletes across the country, but you get the idea.
Not with that attitude, Fred.
Oh, gosh, I swear it. We're at the,
but yeah, as his point goes for the pit, I would like to see 2,000 or 3,000 more seats in the pit.
Sure.
But those corporate boxes on top, where do you think Jalen House and Jamal Mashburn came from? All these new recruits, that corporate money. Those suites are generating a lot of success for the Lobos right now.
If you were to put in more seats, you'd have to dig down because they're not going to put a new roof on it.
No.
It's an interesting venue. That's the word I'm going to use. Interesting.
10,000 people twice a week is pretty damn good.
I'm not saying it's not.
Yeah.
I've been in some of the big ones. You
also,
know,
make the sidelines bigger so we can have modern cameras and start hosting the NCAA tournament again. I would be very much into that.
2 Men On, 95.9 FM and AM 610, the sports animal.
This report is sponsored by Ancestry.com.
Leah.
Yep.
Good old CJ.
And we've kind of become bi-coastal besties.
The holidays are meant to be shared with family, and there's no better way to connect over what your family is all about. Start today during our holiday sale at Ancestry.com.
Well, traffic right now, we are dealing with congestion westbound on I-40. That's going to start right around the interchange. It'll last until Coors. Southbound on I-25, just south of Paseo, you're going to see slowdowns. Those slowdowns will last until Montgomery. Headed west on Alameda right now, Jefferson until the river. Traffic's moving slow there. Also westbound on Paseo between I-25 and Coors. We've got slowdowns in that area as well. Also, that road work continues, and it's affecting both directions of I-25 as you approach Avenida Cesar Chavez. We've got lane restrictions in that area also and seeing quite a bit of slowdown, so be really careful as you make your way through there.
If you see an accident, call the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture and Mattress. Make yourself at home. Shop in-store or online at AmericanHome.com. I'm Michael Carlisle from the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center.
This is Zach Gelb with CBS Sports Minute. Imagine if the final college football playoff spot comes down to a one-loss SEC champion in Alabama and a one-loss Big 12 champion in Texas, who beat Alabama in Tuscaloosa back in September. Head-to-head should matter, but the debate would be fascinating. If that scenario happens, I think since Texas defeated Alabama, the Longhorns should get in, but we all know there's no chance the committee would leave out the SEC champion Crimson Tide. I'm Zach Gelb. CBS Sports Radio.
Come to the UNM Howl Zone. 3.5 hours before kickoff for each home game with backyard games, inflatable, food, drinks, music, and more.
Hand it off to the deep man, Merritt. Oh, makes a man a miss. He's outside the numbers to the 15. He's to the house.
Come celebrate with New Mexico's station for football.
First career Lobo touchdown, 27 yards.
95.9 FM and AM 610.
Unbelievable.
The Sports Animal.
For the ones who get it done, the most important part is the one you need now. And the best partner is the one who can deliver. That's why millions of maintenance and repair pros trust Grainger. Because we have professional-grade supplies for every industry, even hard-to-find products. And we have same-day pickup and next-day delivery on most orders. But most importantly, we have an unwavering commitment to help keep you up and running. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
O'Reilly. It's See Better, Drive Safer month at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Replace your worn-out wiper blades and get up to a $20 O'Reilly gift card after rebate when you purchase a pair of select wiper blades. See store for details. Our professional parts people will even install your new wiper blades for free. Stop by your O'Reilly Auto Parts store or O'ReillyAuto.com. O'Reilly
Auto Parts.
All In Autographs, Albuquerque's premier sports memorabilia and collectible destination, is proud to sponsor the Las Vegas Raiders football. We're your local source for all things Raiders, from jerseys with your favorite OG players to autographs of the greats. Stop in today. All In Autographs is located at 2225 Wyoming Boulevard Northeast in the Hoffmantown Square off Wyoming and Manal. Visit us online at allinautographs.com. That's allinautographs.com.
This holiday, the Home Depot is helping you get gifts that keep on giving by making sure they keep on going. Right now, when you buy a select battery kit from Ryobi, Milwaukee, Rigid, DeWalt, or Makita, you get an eligible tool for free. Just pick a brand, pick a battery kit, and get a tool free. Give the gift of more doing this holiday with the Home Depot. How doers get more done. Valid at participating stores and online. One per transaction. Discount taken at checkout. Full eligible tool list in store and online. Valid October 23rd, 2023 through January 28th, 2024.
Fill your game day cooler with the refreshing taste of Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Smooth, real brewed tea with a 5% kick of alcohol. Look for the bright yellow cans. Twisted Tea. Keep it twisted.
Twisted Tea Brewing Company, Cincinnati, Ohio. Please drink responsibly.
Temperatures are low, but demand is high. You need Indeed. Their all-in-one platform helps you attract, interview, and hire candidates all from one place. And Indeed's interview tool lets you schedule and conduct virtual interviews right from their website. Visit Indeed.com/credit.
No one wants legal problems, but somehow, some way, they seem to find you. Where do you turn when you need help? For more than 40 years, Rudy Chavez has had the people of New Mexico's back. If you're facing a legal issue, you want to have Rudy's experience and compassion in your corner. Call the law offices of Rudy Chavez at 505-242-5500. That's 505-242-5500, or visit rudychavezlaw.com. Contact Rudy today and make your legal problems go away.
Don't miss the opening drive with Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck. Weekday morning, 7 to 10 on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports.
Here we go.
Welcome back to the program. talk about this thing a lot. I'm going to talk about it right now. You know, I use the phrase history hounds. That's what I use. Anytime someone hits like a certain level of notoriety, I talk about history hounds, and that is when people come out of the woodwork and find your old tweets or social media or whatever.
Okay.
And you're saying it's happened to Travis Kelce.
Yep, Travis Kelce got air quotes doxxed or whatever today.
Well, doxed is when they put your address and stuff on it. Did that happen?
I think everyone has his address.
Oh, I don't know it. What is it? Are you saying like One Chiefs Way or something?
That would be funny. So yeah, he kind of got the business today when they released a bunch of tweets from him when he was 20 years old at, I believe, the University of Cincinnati at the time.
You got to get a life, internet.
So a 20-year-old kid from Ohio is probably going to say some dumb stuff.
What is he racist?
I didn't see anything of race, just a lot of like
some sort of bigotry,
bigotist, sexist, anti-disability kind of stuff on here.
What do you mean anti-disability?
Dropping R words.
Like Chris Broussard's cousin?
Like exactly like Chris Broussard's cousin.
Ugh. All right, how old was he at the time? This is like when he was in college?
Yeah.
I tell you what.
I believe he was 20 years old at the time.
You know any 20-year-olds? I know a bunch of them. I know a bunch of 20-year-olds. They're idiots. How old is he now? Late 30s?
Mid-30s?
Mid-30s?
34, 33, 34.
It's stupid that you haven't gone back and deleted all that stuff. I'll say that part.
The Chiefs PR team should have done that immediately.
As soon as you draft them.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, there should be a whole effort to get rid of this. And this is coming from a guy who's probably said some dumb stuff on the internet.
I have gone through and cleaned mine out. Like from when did I get social media? 2005, I guess?
Sure.
Yeah. And also, I just don't have personal social media anymore because it's not worth the rub.
Right.
Like, so much work goes into it. So much work. And then weird stuff happens. Like
Taylor Swift breaks up with you?
I mean, that one sucks.
Because all the Swifties are saying he's a misogynist now. For what a football player from Ohio said when he was 20. No offense to Ohio, but tons of offense to Ohio. I don't anticipate a lot of 20-year-olds from Ohio / the Midwest playing college football and really being empathetic and caring about the thoughts and feelings of others.
No.
I think he was just going for a joke, and it just ended up being absolutely not funny then or now.
It's not funny, but I mean, that's not the point. You know, the point is he's just a dumb kid.
Yeah. And also, you should have went back and erased these.
You should have.
A long time
That's
ago.
the thing.
A long time ago.
That's the lapse.
Yeah.
Yeah. Social media is so weird, especially for professional athletes, especially for the people that put the effort into what I keep calling history hounds.
Hey, Marie, are you and the rest of the Swifties calling for Travis Kelce's head?
This is brand new news to me. I'm not calling for his head. I think that we all like Fred. I agree with Fred. When you're 20, I mean, no one's perfect, and so I wouldn't judge him based just on that.
I know I said way worse.
People make mistakes, and this, I'm so over it. That's a lot of digging and a lot of energy, by the way.
13 years ago.
You're digging. That's a lot of energy.
You know who it was?
The Swifties?
Probably John Mayer. Wants Taylor back. Trying to put
I think it's the
Kelce on blast.
No, I think it's the Philadelphia Eagles. I think they're really scared about Monday Night Football.
You're not wrong.
No, I'm being serious. They're like so mad right now that Taylor Swift got the NFL script, and it's probably someone off the Philadelphia Eagles or like Nick Sirianni. He cries a lot. I'm telling you.
I don't at all think that you're wrong.
I think it's Nick Sirianni. I'm being serious.
You know who did it? The NBA. Trying to take some shine off the NFL. The biggest crossover episode in the history of sports and music is happening right now in front of our eyes. And NBA is like, no.
I just need people to recognize that people are fallible and they change and they get better.
Especially young, dumb jocks from the Midwest.
Especially them.
Yeah. Give them a longer leash.
When your only example, and I grew up in the Midwest, when your only examples are the people that surround you, you're in a lot of trouble for a while. You got to get out into the rest of the world.
Sure.
You know how I know? I did. It's 2 Men On. 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
Clear.
Dig deep, too steep for them to care. Sit quiet in the studio setting. I start the flashback the tracks when I'm 11. LL had a.
And we are dealing with quite a bit of slowdowns right now. Let's start with westbound on I-40. You're going to see congestion starting right around San Mateo. It's going to last until Unser. Southbound on I-25 between Paseo and Comanche, traffic's moving slow there. Also westbound on Alameda, as you approach 2nd Street, you're going to see slowdowns. Those last until Coors. Westbound on Paseo right now between I-25 and the river. We've got congestion in that area as well. And we're seeing a lot of slowdowns right now, both directions of I-25 as you approach Avenida Cesar Chavez. Remember, they've got that road work going on there. There are also lane restrictions, and there are a lot of backups in both directions. Be careful as you make your way through there. If you can, just seek out an alternate route.
This report is sponsored by Mattress Firm. At Mattress Firm's Black Friday sale, better sleep and unmissable deals are a sure bet. Save up to $500 on Tempur-Pedic and score a $300 instant gift for pillows and more. Plus, get your new bed with fast and free delivery. Don't miss the Black Friday sale at Mattress Firm.
If you see an accident, call the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture and Mattress. Make yourself at home. Shop in-store or online at AmericanHome.com. I'm Michael Carlisle from the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center.
This is Jim Rome with your Rome Report. Cleveland to roll out this morning, knowing that you are playing as well as you have played, knowing that you were a legitimate contender in the AFC, to see the Browns themselves hit the X and say, quote, Deshaun Watson will undergo season-ending surgery on a broken bone in his throwing shoulder, quote, end of quote, brings me no joy whatsoever. And even worse, it's not even the same right shoulder injury that he had been dealing with for most of the season. It is a new injury that he sustained in the first half on Sunday. So now we're 2 years into that 5-year, $230 million fully guaranteed contract, and Watson has played a total of 12 games. And let's never forget, it's not just the guaranteed money, which is absurd. It's the 3 first-round picks they gave up to give him that absurd money. Things just got a whole lot worse. They always do with the Browns.
My dad has a cold, but also has high blood pressure. That's why I got him Vicks NyQuil High Blood Pressure for fast, powerful nighttime relief. Unlike some ordinary cold medicines, it's specially formulated for people like my dad. NyQuil High Blood Pressure is sugar-free, alcohol-free, and decongestant-free.
Vicks NyQuil High Blood Pressure. The nighttime sniffling, sneezing, coughing, aching, fever, sore throat, cold, and flu for people with high blood pressure.
Like my dad.
Medicine. Use as directed.
For the ones who get it done, the most important part is the one you need now. And the best partner is the one who can deliver. That's why millions of maintenance and repair pros trust Grainger, because we have professional-grade supplies for every industry, even hard-to-find products. And we have same-day pickup and next-day delivery on most orders. But most importantly, we have an unwavering commitment to help keep you up and running. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Blake's Lottaburger has been a New Mexico favorite since 1952. They use the best ingredients like their very own hatch green chili and fresh premium beef patties. And they cook your food fresh when you order it. Blake's Lottaburger, the first there was, the best there is.
Temperatures are dropping. Are you ready for the winter weather? JPR Construction Supplies has double insulated concrete blankets and propane heaters to keep you pouring, plus all your other construction supply needs. And they deliver. Visit JPR Supplies in Albuquerque or Rio Rancho, or visit jprsuppliesnm.com.
K240BL Albuquerque is 95.9 AM 610 KNML Albuquerque. The Sports Animal. Proud to be a Cumulus media station, even if they're not that proud of us. Now betting for the Sports Animal. Your afternoon drive. Number 2, Men On, Van Nunley and Fred Slow. And in the on-deck circle, Amory Castillo. This is 2 Men On with Van Nunley.
Here you go.
Yep. It's 5 o'clock somewhere, Van.
Oh, how about right here?
Okay, let's do it.
Mountain time? Albuquerque, New Mexico?
Yeah, the 5 o'clock hour is sponsored by our friends over at Teller Vodka. Let's go.
My dudes.
There's some stuff in the works at Teller Vodka, by the way. Not trying to spoil anything or say anything. I'm just saying.
Not saying, just saying?
I'm not saying, just saying. I got them dudes over there. Hey, Marie, welcome back from being sick. You still sound terrible. Were you able to watch any of your professional football this weekend that you love so dearly? Also, I saw a Josh Dobbs jersey today, a Vikings one. I saw a Vikings one. I know Amory is
out in the wild.
Out in the wild today, outside the Albuquerque Duke store. Number 15. I'm not even joking.
Did the guy in the Dobbs jersey? Did he shave his eyebrows in solidarity?
I couldn't see from that far. So I saw the 15 jersey, and I go, yeah, I mean, I guess Greg Jennings played for the Vikings. I was like trying to do it in my head. You know, I was like, who's wearing a 15 Vikings jersey 2 weeks after? Because I'm over the Albuquerque Duke store today picking up some Duke City Championship Wrestling apparel, because tomorrow at the historic El Rey Theater, Duke City Championship Wrestling, doors at 6, live music 6:30, first bell 7:30. You're out the door by 10.
Sweet.
We got a bunch of new merch, including kid stuff, and this cool hoodie I'm wearing. How do you feel about this thing?
Come join me and boo Thunder.
How do you feel about this hoodie?
That backstabbing loser traitor. It's very sharp.
Do you want one? I'll give you one.
Yeah.
There's one. I got one in my car.
You have a medium long?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like medium regular. You can like cut the sides.
I could pull the sleeves up like you are, I guess.
That's kind of what you have to do.
In hoodies, like I like having my sleeves down. But you can tell my button ups, I like my sleeves up.
Will you just please appreciate this free Duke City Championship Wrestling hoodie that I'm giving you?
I told you it looks very nice, and I like that charcoal gray. It's very sharp.
Is that what you think this is? Because it's supposed to be gunmetal.
A gunmetal?
Yeah.
I've never heard that before.
Gunmetal.
Okay.
Today's I-9 varsity of gray variants.
I'll use my First and Second Amendment rights right now.
Smoking voice.
Does not look like guns. It's not what guns look like.
Gunmetal. It's the name of the.
Okay.
Picked it out.
I have my gunmetal
Dumb
Duke
name.
City Championship Wrestling beanie.
It's a really cool hoodie.
That's just a gray beanie.
The dumb name color.
That you tricked me into giving you before you told me you were moving to England, and now I feel like I wasted it.
Is there pro wrestling in England?
Are you joking?
You know I know nothing about it.
There's incredibly good pro wrestling.
Well, then I'll go to one and wear the beanie. That's awesome. And everyone's going to be like, what is that?
And because you won't give me your new phone number whenever you get it?
No, absolutely not. But I actually will call into the Sports Animal text line.
And they'll say, where's that from? Spain?
Yeah. They'll say Duke?
Because Dukes are from
Dukes
Spain.
are from Spain.
Like, is that a Spanish wrestling organization?
Amory, I know you were working.
Amory will say, no.
I apologize. That was
yeah.
work phone call
Well,
from the
of course.
boss.
Well, yeah, I mean, we got to make sure the stream's working and everything. From the texter agrees with you, Amory. No reason to ever change Lady Lobos. Anyone who talks weird about it is a dummy. Okay.
I wouldn't call him a dummy. It's just, I know that's just the norm in society right now, but like, it's not offensive, and I'm a lady.
not your voice.
Mostly a lady.
Yeah, your voice. is
Mostly part-time voice right now.
Ah.
Yeah.
Deshaun Watson has played.
Speaking of ladies,
has played a total of 11 games in the last 3 years.
and he's getting paid a lot of money for it.
Like, if we're gonna,
Like, why can't I do bad things and get paid a lot of money?
I think it would happen if you're gonna change the name of the Lady Lobos in Spanish. It has to be Lobas, right?
It just sounds good, Lady Lobos. I think all my gear or T-shirts from when I was a kid say Lady Lobos.
I think it's like an official deal.
I gotta look through the archives.
I think is the archives like the back of your closet?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Sure, you got to look through.
I gotta go out to the garage and the storage. I have a bunch of Lady Lobo gear and El Dorado High School sweatshirts.
I'm just saying it was like a conversation. That's all I'm saying. Like, people were trying to have that conversation about, is it the thing? And I think it only comes around when it's time for basketball.
Right.
You don't hear it with like the volleyball team. You don't hear it with the soccer team. You don't hear it with the softball team.
Hear me out. I got a good one.
All right.
Okay.
The She-Wolves.
No, I don't like that.
Like Shakira?
Did she do that? I don't.
No.
I think the leader of the Wolfpack is usually a lady. I think that is true.
The Wolfpack?
Isn't that true? Like in a pack of wolves, isn't the leader like the lady? Like the head lady?
Alpha Dog?
I think Alpha Dog is not a real thing. I think that was like a
Justin Timberlake driven kidnapping movie.
It inspired a lot of kids to get established 19 whatever tattoos, and I didn't like that people did that. Right across their chest, real big.
Oh my goodness.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
You're established 9 months before that. Let's be clear here.
The Browns are planning to start Dorian Thompson-Robinson at quarterback this week versus the Steelers.
Stud.
Barring a last-minute change of heart, P.J. Walker, the backup, and then after that, the Browns say they're going to sign someone off the street. I'm a Browns fan now. This second, I'm a Browns fan.
That they faked the shoulder diagnosis of Deshaun Watson to get rid of him?
Yes.
Unfortunately, I think he's actually injured. Like, he has actual shoulder problems. And screw them either way.
All defensive touchdowns in the Browns-Steelers game this upcoming weekend.
Lenny's on the phone.
The Steelers will score 19 points, and that's going to be enough. With probably, you're right, probably one defensive touchdown for each team.
Friend of the show, Lenny, joining us on the Sports Animal Hotline. Lenny, how are you?
Hey, well, first, I'll do Cleveland first, then we got to talk about some NBA.
Yep.
Cleveland will upset Pittsburgh this weekend with the worst starting quarterback in the history of the NFL.
Keep going.
The rookie out of UCLA. Only because I don't trust Kenny Pickett. But can we talk NBA after last night's debacle with the Timberwolves and the Warriors?
Dive into it.
When is Dana White going to sign those two up for a steel cage? Or you can bring them in for a steel cage match. Because Draymond got to get at least a 10-game suspension. He was thrown out the game before for 2 technicals. Last night puts a man that he does not like into a chokehold when he could have just pushed him out. So enough is enough with that. And then the other embarrassing one is Kelly Oubre being hit by a car and then giving the wrong location. So it's no video proof of what happened to him.
Give me
and
that
he'll
one
only
again.
be out a couple of weeks to a couple of months.
Yeah, I heard a little bit about that story. I didn't know there were developments.
It's crazy.
There was a development where Philadelphia police have no proof of the intersection he allegedly was hit at of any car hitting him there. Broken rib, hip injury, and he's having a good season with Philly. And why lie about what happened?
What do you think, he got jumped in the MS-13 or something in Philly? What's the real story?
I think he probably has a debt that he didn't take care of, but that's just me. And, you know, they took care of it Philly style.
Look, I like
And
your
the-
steel cage idea, but I'm a Shyamalan twist it for you. You have
Okay.
Gobert and Draymond kiss and make up, and then they wrestle the Paul brothers.
That's not even fair. I mean, Draymond alone could probably take the Paul brothers.
Not when there's rules.
Well, that's true. That would be like me going tomorrow night and trying to do a swanton dive. Things that aren't going to happen
I like the wrestling.
at the event. But, I mean, when is Draymond really going to, seriously, all joking aside, finally get a suspension due to just everything he's done over the past 12 years? From the kicks and the grinds, being thrown off for technical. And I mean, did you see the fight last night?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Okay, so was there anything that Draymond just went to one person directly, and the bad part is no one from Gobert's team jumped in to protect him.
Because they hate him too.
Oh yeah,
Everyone hates Rudy Gobert.
everyone
He
hates
started
Gobert. I
COVID,
understand that, but all of that aside, I'm gonna guess Draymond gets at least a minimum 7, probably 10-game suspension.
Whoa, that's a little heavy.
Lenny, we are 2 minutes away from Sean Merriman joining us, so we got to bounce off. But we are definitely going to circle back to this.
Well, I'll see you guys tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night?
Yeah.
All right, yeah, because somebody owes me a lunch bag.
That is correct. And I can pay for it with my winnings from my parlay last week.
All right, have a good one.
Talk to you later, brother. Whenever we get back, more from ABQ Acts, including our friend Sean Merriman. 2 men on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
Clear.
Right now, things really busy here in the metro. Westbound on Paseo between I-25 and the river. We're dealing with congestion in that area. Also, a lot of slowdowns right now southbound on I-25 between Paseo and Comanche. Also, northbound I-25, you're going to see slowdowns as you approach Montgomery. Watch out for that. Westbound on I-40, San Mateo to Unser, traffic moving slow. Headed west on Alameda as you approach 2nd Street, you're going to see slowdowns. Those are going to last until the river. And we've got slowdowns both directions and quite a bit of them, too. I-25 as you approach Avenida Cesar Chavez. That's due to road work and lane restrictions. Be careful going through there.
Brought to you by the Albuquerque Journal.
The Albuquerque Journal and Business Outlook. When you need local answers, the most reliable and in-depth information about health, safety, jobs, taxes, crime, energy, transportation, or government. Get the answers. Subscribe at abqjournal.com.
If you see an accident, call the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture and Mattress. Make yourself at home. Shop in-store or online at americanhome.com. I'm Michael Carlisle from the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center.
Celebrate Cherry Fridays with the Sports Animal. Every Friday before a home game, we're turning the town cherry. Join the Sports Animal for a t-shirt raid in the parking lot of one Albertsons somewhere in the city. Get your Lobo gear and home game tickets while supplies last. Join us from Albertsons off Coors and Montano at 11 a.m. this Friday morning. Get there quick and help us paint the town cherry from 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
Lobo fans, basketball is here, and it should be a historic season in the pit. Season tickets are on sale now for as low as $110 for women's basketball and as low as $199 for men's basketball. That's only $6 to $12 a game. Tickets are going fast, so don't wait long. Visit golobos.com/tickets today. We are New Mexico.
The cold winter weather is coming fast, and it's not kind to your vehicle. It's Jeff Symbieta. Give your car the protection it needs with a visit from On the Spot Automotive Detailing. Not only do they offer great detailing services, but their ceramic coating and paint protection film work like magic. No more mud, dirt, and water stains. Their protective layering helps prevent UV oxidation damage to your car's paint with an opportunity to get a lifetime warranty. You can't go wrong. On the Spot Automotive Detailing also offers window tint services for your vehicle. Visit otsdetailing.com for more info.
We are so excited to announce that Fiesta Subaru on Lomas is now open. With more service bays, more friendly faces, and more Subarus than ever, Fiesta Subaru on Lomas is one of the largest Subaru dealerships in the country. Here, it's easier and more.
He's there. She's ready. In 10 seconds, we're coming back.
The trails or hang out with us in our space. something.
Seems nice.
An ex-girlfriend just came in.
Visit us at fiestasubaru.com.
Okay, here we go.
From CBS Sports
You know
breaks
how that
down
is.
the college football playoff
If
rankings
she was in
Thursday
the
night.
room with you
No,
right
I
now,
never
you wouldn't
dated
be able
girls.
to see her.
Lobo basketball, the opening drive with
Your mic is hot.
7 a.m.
I'm into this. Lights Out Extreme Fighting 12 is upcoming Saturday. It's in Long Beach, California. But you can watch it from the comfort of your living room, Van. You know they stream it on Fubo. Fubo is that's a different thing.
Yes,
Fubo's,
that's a clothing company that I wore in my teenage
It
years.
was very cool. It was for you, by you. That was the idea.
For us, by us.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Fubo Sports joining us on the program, our very good friend Sean Merriman, talking about his big bout this upcoming weekend. Sean, how are you, brother?
Yo, what's up, guys? How you doing, man?
Doing good. Were you a big Fubu guy growing up? Was that part of your apparel weekly? Was that go-to in your closet?
It was around, but it wasn't on me. Growing up on the East Coast, right? I grew up in Washington D.C. and Maryland. You've seen it everywhere, all the way up to New York. I mean, huge. But I was like Jabot and New Balance and Asics. I was that.
I messed hard with your bow.
Yeah.
With the sideways angled pants pockets. Oh, those were so sweet.
We had, where I grew up, because I grew up in St. Louis, Missouri, Nelly started a clothing brand called Vocal. And it was Vocal everything. Like, you couldn't get away from it. And as I've gotten older, I miss that. I could just be told what to wear.
Oh.
Yeah, come Saturday, November the 18th, Thunder Studios. You got a big main event, Sean. Tell us about the event this weekend and where our friends of the show can see it.
Yeah, absolutely. We got a huge fight. Lights Out Extreme Fighting 12, man. This was big because we got some guys who I believe will have a real shot to go on to the UFC at some point. We got Victor Roses, who's headlining, fighting Fuentes Jr., who's a local. Victor's coming up from San Diego. We got Alba Morales back on this card. He fought in the UFC for some time. He's fighting Ramos, who's actually from Nick and Nate Diaz's camp from up north. We brought him down, and you know how they travel, man. They come in different to an event. Tommy Aaron's back on his card, who's Tony Ferguson's guy. And so we're just locked and loaded, man. We got Jake Woodley. I want you guys to watch Jake Woodley. He's a D1 college wrestler. This guy, I believe, is going to be a star. I watched videos of him taking down Bo Nickel before and getting after Bo Nickel. So we got some bona fide up-and-coming superstars this card. We'll be live on Fubo TV, Fubo Sports this Saturday at 5 p.m. Pacific.
You know what I encourage the friends of the show to do, Van, is go to the website, right? Go to lightsoutxf.com. Go there and look at where under the Watch It Live tab, they're showing you the full fights from before. So you can watch the full fight of 10, the full fight of 11. You see that the production level is there. Right. The presentation is there. The commentary is there. The action in the square, or excuse me, in the octagon is there. It's so incredibly good.
Friends of the show.
I appreciate that, man. And for us, it's like we get it. Starting out early on, obviously UFC is the big dog in this space. But when you have the next up-and-coming superstars, you're starting to get a lot of people like reaching out to fight, right? To get on the card. And, we're just crossing over the top 5 most watched on Fubo. And so guys know they're going to get seen now. So we're getting calls from everybody in the country trying to get them these cards because the guys who are actually have a real shot at going to the UFC, they want to put themselves in position to be seen, and they know they can do that over at Lights Out Extreme Fight.
Friends of the show, I highly encourage you, go down Albuquerque International Airport, get you a flight to Long Beach, go see this in person. But if you can't, it's on Fubo TV. And Sean, I got an industry insider who told me that the viewership of Lights Out Extreme Fighting has increased 70% since your last 2 events.
Let's go.
My insider's Google, by the way.
And I heard that too when they told me. I almost dropped my phone, to be honest. And look, man, I think that for me, even back when I was a player, it's always been very fan oriented, right? Like we want to deliver a great product, put on great fights, as you guys just said. Like I personally appreciate that when somebody says, "Man, you guys' production is top notch." Like for me, on the back end of things, and putting together a production team, obviously watching UFC for the last 20 plus years. And somebody come and say the first thing they see when they watch our fight, like the fights are good and the production is good. I'm like, man, that's awesome because you want to put together the best team. So when you have viewership jumping like that, 70+%, the fans are telling us a lot that we're doing. We got some great stuff going. They like tuning in and watching.
Sean Merriman joining us on the program. He played in the NFL. You know all about his organization, Lights Out Extreme Fighting. But, he played in college too, man. And we've been talking a ton about college football this past week. We've been talking about Jim Harbaugh. Not talking specifically about Jim Harbaugh, Sean, but talking about college football. When you were playing at Maryland, did you guys ever have a feeling that other schools were doing weird stuff to put eyes on you? Has that been a conversation for the last 25 years?
The crazy part about that is it's been going on for decades.
Yeah.
And, that's like someone telling you, hey, the cheat sheet, the answer to the test is right here on the sideline. Don't look over there and figure it out. Right. It just doesn't happen. Now, I don't know to the extent. I didn't read the full investigation. I heard they had people following and doing more and more stuff. But if you're just talking about silly signs during a game, to me, that's just not a big deal, right? That's why they have 3 signal callers on the sideline, because they know that people are watching. So you wouldn't have 3 signal callers if you didn't think that people were watching. I believe that there's so much media attention, so much outside pressure that they had to do something. But if it's just during the game and signal stealing or looking at the signals, that is way, way overblown, because we all know that everyone does that.
Lights Out 12, Extreme Fighting, Saturday, November 18th, Long Beach, Cali. Let's talk a little bit about this vacant flyweight title fight.
Yeah, we with Victor Rosas.
Yeah,
he's 7-2 right now. I think 7-2-1 or something like that. I think he got a real shot, man, to be a star. We brought him up from San Diego. Obviously, my backyard. I played with the San Diego Chargers, so I know that well, and they got some great gyms out there. So we started to kind of poke around, man, and Victor popped through the cracks as the next up-and-comer. Fuentes Jr., he's actually a Long Beach, this guy sold a ton of tickets. He has his coaches and friends and family coming out to the fight, and they've been going back and forth at it on social media, man. For me, honestly, the sit on this side of it, I love it, right? The guys got real beef and real problems, and they get a chance to settle it on Saturday.
You're talking about the hometown kid drawing a bunch of people. Home field advantage in basically every sport is huge. Is that the same thing in professional fighting? If you got more fans cheering for you, you think that gives you an advantage in the match?
Yeah, no doubt, man. And when they start chanting your name, and mind you, we'll be about 1,500 to 1,700 people in there, so it's very intimate. A smaller venue, and so now everybody's right on your back, right? They're right on that cage, and so when people get to yelling and screaming in there and chanting for your hometown favorite or your favorite fighter, you really you hear every voice in that venue, especially the loud ones, right? The coaches, the parents, the relatives. You hear those the loudest in those type of venues.
Sean Merriman joining us. We're talking, obviously, about his organization, Lights Out Extreme Fight. I just logged into my Fubo Sports Network to make sure I was logged in so I'd be good to go this Saturday. They're literally replaying Lights Out right now. So it's nonstop. It's all the time. If you want quality combat sports, you can get it right here from Sean and his organization on Fubo Sports. It's easy to sign up. It's easy to do. Sean, anything we missed, brother? Anything about the weekend?
That's it, man. I can't wait. As you guys know, Fight Week is always chaotic.
Yep.
We had a couple amateurs drop off and got some replacements, and I'm never off the clock until that last camera go off Saturday night, right? Everybody gets to the scale for the weigh-ins on Friday. Now, the last camera goes. We got about a 3.5-hour show. This one's going to be big, man. I want everybody to tune into this one, because some of these guys you're going to see future stars of the sport.
Sean Merriman, thank you so much, brother.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Sean.
A good dude.
We're too damn busy, man. We got to get out there.
Halfway during the interview there, we're talking to Sean about Lights Out Extreme Fighting. Dodo comes up to me from ABQX, and she's like, hey, guys, it's championship night. Bring the appropriate energy. Got it.
You got it.
League Nights Championship night. Whenever we get back, Danny Gonzalez joins us talking UNM Lobo football. It's 2 Men On 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
This report is sponsored
Clear.
Bay Motors. eBay
And I'll call Coach.
for the ride with the parts you need for the prices you want. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, it's guaranteed to fit your ride the first time, every time, or your money back. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Traffic right now, things moving slow in several spots. Westbound on I-40 as you approach San Mateo, you're going to see some of those slowdowns. Those are going to last until Unser. I-25 southbound just south of Paseo, slowdown start. And those are going to go all the way down to Candelaria. Westbound on Paseo, I-25 to Coors, traffic's moving slow. Also dealing with more slowdowns right now. Alameda westbound as you approach 2nd Street. Those last until Coors. And we've got that road work going on. That's affecting both north and southbound I-25 as you approach Avenida Cesar Chavez. There are lane restrictions as well as the road work going on. And there are a lot of slowdowns in that area. Be really careful as you make your way through there.
This report brought to you by Keller's Farm Stores.
Turkey Mania is here. Reserve your fresh, all-natural Thanksgiving turkey today at kellersfarmstores.com. Keller's, your home for everything turkey, serving the best prime quality turkeys for more than 50 years. Order online today. Eubank and Candelaria and Coors and Montano.
If you see an accident, call the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture and Mattress. Make yourself at home. Shop in-store or online at AmericanHome.com. I'm Michael Carlisle from the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center.
It's a rematch of the big game. I'm Erin Hawksworth, here to help you beat the books with BetQL. Philly and KC face off, and this one has it all. Pop stars, brothers, and a rematch of last year's championship game. And the BetQL model is expecting a similar result. BetQL has Kansas City -3 as a 5-star best bet. They think the Chiefs easily win this game by more than a field goal. Bet smarter, beat the books. Download the BetQL and BetMGM apps.
No one wants legal problems, but somehow, some way, they seem to find you. Where do you turn when you need help? For more than 40 years, Rudy Chavez has had the people of New Mexico's back. If you're facing a legal issue, you want to have Rudy's experience and compassion in your corner. Call the law offices of Rudy Chavez at 505-242-5500. That's 505-242-5500, or visit rudychavezlaw.com. Contact Rudy today and make your legal problems go away.
Are you a parent of a 2 to 7-year-old? Listen closely for an exciting free radio offer. By now, you've probably heard of ABC Mouse, the award-winning and revolutionary online learning program that's changing the lives of early learners everywhere.
ABC Mouse is like a little one-on-one teacher. It has helped her so much.
Designed by teachers and early childhood learning experts, ABC Mouse seamlessly aligns with what your child is already learning in school. And with over 7,000 learning activities and more than 650 lessons, it's the most comprehensive early learning site on earth.
I have been teaching for 13 years, and I've never seen a program like ABC Mouse. It encompasses science, math, reading, social studies.
It's just endless what they can learn on ABC Mouse. I've always had to use 20 websites, and now I can just use one.
Right now, we're offering a special radio promo to try it free for a month. But you have to go to abcmouse.com/radio to claim your free month. That's abcmouse.com/radio, abcmouse.com/radio.
Sponsored by Age of Learning. Indigo Mortgage is proud to have served veterans with honesty and integrity for the last 20 years. And in these last 20 years, veterans have trusted Indigo Mortgage for purchases or refinances utilizing their VA home loan benefits. Indigo Mortgage is known in the veteran community to offer some of the lowest rates and fees in New Mexico. Veterans refer veterans, and we take that very serious, as they are trusting us to make sure their fellow vets get the best rates and fees on the market. Veterans know they can trust Indigo Mortgage, and we set ourselves apart from the big national lenders who are interested in profits rather than serving our veterans. And if you're a veteran looking for any kind of home loan, make sure to shop your mortgage.
Coach is ready.
Shop your trusted local mortgage company, Indigo Mortgage, serving veterans for the last 20 years. Reach us on the net at indigomortgage.net or by calling 836-5700. That's 836-5700. NMLS 231962 and 188-348.
Are you amped?
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Come on, bro. The Jim Rome Show.
Mike is hot.
10
On 95.9 FM
and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
Welcome back to the program. Boys are live at ABQX. Joining us on the front of the show, probably VIP hotline. I have no idea really how to make the call. Head coach of your UNM Lobos, Danny Gonzalez. Coach Gonzalez, how are you?
I'm doing great. How are you guys doing?
Doing well, friend. Cutting to the brass tacks of it. How are you keeping your focus right now, my friend, as the conversation around town has been a little bit bigger than the football program from those that listen to this show?
Well, I mean, I worry about the things that I can control. What I can control is our team preparing to play for Fresno State, eliminate the mistakes that have haunted us the last couple of weeks and have enabled us to be within striking distance in the fourth quarter. I thought our kids came out with resiliency. I thought that we've had 2 really good days of practice. So we'll go out there and swing, and if we don't make mistakes, if we don't fumble the ball or give up one-play touchdowns, we'll have a chance to compete and win the game in the fourth quarter.
I learned something new just now. There's always a nice, cool soundtrack here at ABQ Axe where they're chunking axes and drinking delicious ciders and beers. But I heard in the background Carrie Underwood's Sunday Night Football song. And actually, the original song is Joan Jett, I Hate Myself for Loving You. And I learned something cool today. What did you learn about your team this past weekend?
That's awful, man.
Well, it had nothing to do with Joan Jett. I can promise you that. My wife's a big fan of Joan Jett. What I learned is, I mean, our margin for error. I've talked about it every week. It's very slim. And when we cut the game to 15-14, we gave up the 1-play touchdown, which killed our momentum. We were throwing toe to toe. Devin Dampier obviously showed how bright his future is. And he did some good things. Obviously, the very first series, he had some nerves. He dropped the snap on the second play of the game that was going to be his own read. He called the protection wrong on the third play. And then we go out on defense, we get a stop and get the ball right back. And Devin goes right down the field, leads us to a touchdown to make it 8-7. So, I mean, our team is resilient and we'll fight and fight and fight. We need to eliminate the mistakes, the big plays or the fumbles we're going in to make it a 1-score game. So we don't lose the wind in our sail. We can keep competing all the way to the end of the game and have a chance to make plays like we did against Hawaii to win the football game.
I can't get in your head on the sideline, right? Like I watched the game. I think how does Coach Gonzalez feel about this? And I could not identify your emotion after the opening touchdown in Boise and the 2-point conversion. Did that rattle you emotionally? Like what was that for you instead of just the traditional extra point?
Well, no, I mean, Boise has showed those formations, and we did a good job. We lined up to it. We have the numbers correct.
Yeah.
They ran a different play out of some of the things they practiced. But that ain't nothing. I mean, obviously it didn't affect our team because we went back out. We screwed up our first series on offense, got a stop on defense, and then went right down the field and made it 8-7. So they do something like that, and we've gone through that normal times. I think in the 4 times that Boise has given us those formations, we've stopped 3 of them. We just didn't stop it on Saturday night, and they got the 2-point conversion.
Speaking of, because I'm a numbers guy, whenever you do get the touchdown, the little 5-yard run there, why not a 2-point conversion? Why not try to equal that ship? Because I think in my head, you have to score again anyways. Why is it not an equalizer early? Is that a message, or am I confused as a fan?
No, so what the plan is behind that, and there's some analytics involved. There's some feel of the game. If you start chasing points early, you keep chasing them. If you don't get the 2-point conversion, now it's 8-6. Okay, and then that separation becomes bigger. Now you're chasing another 2-point conversion. As you get into the third quarter and you determine how many possessions you think you're going to have left, then you determine whether or not it's time to go for 2 and those things. But I didn't want to chase points early. That 1 point wasn't a big deal at that point.
Okay.
and then you decide later on in the game where your risks are, where the inherent risks are, whether it's to go for it on 4th down instead of kicking a field goal so that you get 4 or you get 7 instead of 3. I mean, those scenarios come in down the play at that point in the game.
Two-parter here, Coach. Number one, how's QB1 feeling? How's his health? And number two, how much fun is it just to watch Devin do his thing? The kid's electric.
I think Devin is very electric. I mean, obviously he showed how bright of a future we have at that quarterback position between him and Aiden Armenta, who Aiden is very similar to Dylan as far as arm strength and what he can do. And he's probably a little bit faster than Dylan. And then Devin is dynamic. He can throw it and run, and he has that jitterbug to him that he makes it really hard to tackle. Dylan is in great health this week. The strep throat's gone. He's been throwing the ball really well all week, so Dylan will start. We'll play both quarterbacks like we have all season long. The hotter Devin gets, the longer he'll stay. The hotter Dylan is, and that means he'll stay. I mean, we feel we have a good game plan to go in there and move the ball well, and we'll see which one plays with the hot hand, and we'll stick with him. But I mean, Devin, he is such a good athlete, and his personality. I mean, I don't think the young man has ever had a bad day in his entire life, and that's the persona that he puts off to our team, and that's who will lead our team as we go down the future.
Danny Gonzalez with us. He's the head coach of your UNM Lobo football team. Saturday at Boise, you fell short of the bowl promise, Coach. I hadn't known you to make a promise like that before. What has that done to you and the team? How's that affected the psyche, and was there a immediate reaction to that?
No, there wasn't an immediate reaction. Obviously, we've made way too many mistakes down the last 4 weeks. I mean, I thought we had turned a corner when we beat Hawaii and played really well, and then we went out and made the 3 big mistakes in the first half of the Nevada game. We weren't able to overcome those games. I thought we had some great momentum going into that. Our team, though, I mean, this team is resilient, and they have the full expectation of going into Fresno State, who's a perennial power in this league, and coming out with a win. I mean, they had the same expectation on Saturday, and we've got to eliminate the things that are killing us: the big play, the one-score drives, or turning the ball over and keeping us from being able to go toe-to-toe with these people. And if we can eliminate those mistakes and play mistake-free like we did against Hawaii and in certain halves, the first half of San Jose State. I mean, first half of San Jose State, we dominated a team that's probably playing the best football in our league, and they started their run in the second half of our game. We've got to be able to do that consistently for 60 minutes.
Coach, now that the bowl goal is slightly out of reach, do you start tinkering? Do you start experimenting a little bit? Do you start letting some other people get some reps that they wouldn't have otherwise?
Well, I mean, our goal every week, and it's the expectation of this program, is to win the game at hand. And you don't sacrifice that to build for the future. I mean, I don't believe that in mine. I think you give your team the best chance to win. You build some momentum going into the offseason. I mean, we have 16 visits scheduled for December 1st through the 3rd, that weekend, of kids that we've been recruiting that will dynamically help this football team. So you're going to give the guys that are on the team right now, the best chance that they have to win. There's like Nick Trujillo. He has one more game available. He's earned some opportunity so that he doesn't lose his red shirt, meaning one more game off available. Jacob Godfrey. I mean, guys like that, we'll use those guys over the next 2 weeks that give us a chance to have more success. But you don't sacrifice anything, in my opinion, to build for the future. You play your best football team. You go out there and you try to win the football game and build some momentum going into the offseason.
If there's anything we can do to help these recruits, you let us know. And if staying the hell away is helping, then by golly, we're in.
The van can handle that one. That's an easy one. You were talking about helping the team coach. You're talking about players on the field. What is that thing, though? What is the thing from the Lobo fan base? What is the thing from the university? What is the thing that helps this Lobo football team get to the place that you, I, and so many of the listeners of this program believe that it could be?
Well, I mean, you're going to hear the fans that say, well, win and we'll come out and join you. And I 100% don't disagree with that. I mean, winning is more fun in everything you do. Every aspect of life, when you win whatever it is you're trying to do, it's a lot more fun. But the support that the athletic department, the support of buying tickets and spending money at the concessions. I mean, people talk, I mean, we're excited. We're getting into Lobo basketball season right now. And the world of athletics is driven by football. And if you want to have a successful athletics program, everything that you do for football, is going to benefit basketball. It's going to benefit softball. It's going to benefit women's soccer. It's going to benefit women's basketball. The bigger we build this thing, and the only way to do that is to get people to come out and share. And guess what? The bigger atmosphere, the greater atmosphere you have a little bit more excitement. Things, they seem to go better. I mean, it's all about how bad do you want it. And I mean, there's plenty of people that think that we need to go a different direction. That is what it is. What's going to matter is people being supportive of the program, no matter of who's in charge or what players are here, whether it's through buying tickets, through showing up. Now, obviously, with NIL it being an issue, we talked about it last January. I mean, for $20 a month, you can get a ton of people and you can raise a ton of money and help these programs grow. And that's gonna continue to be a challenge, no matter what the record is, every year going forward.
Coach, I know, speaking of NIL, I know there's a buffer in between the program directly and the NIL. And I know the rules and laws are changing all the time. But how can the friend of the show be active and participate and help in this endeavor?
505sportsventure.com. I mean, go to Kurt Roth's website, and all you have to do is Google 505 Sports Venture. And there's ways in there that you can use PayPal. And you can give $20. You can sign up for giving $20 a month. You can sign up. You can make big donations. I mean, that little amount, it can go a long way. And that's the kids can't come to me and say, hey, Coach, can you give me $5,000 for NIL? I have zero to say with that. What I can tell them is, you know what, go see Kurt Roth. And if Kurt Roth has money and the 505 Venture has money, much like our basketball, I mean, that's the way that stuff goes. So the more people want to support that, on top of what they're doing for the athletic department already, the better off everybody's going to be in the athletic department.
That's 505sports.org. We work with Kurt on a lot of stuff. I mean, he's putting that effort in. He's finding the people. He's finding the businesses. He's finding the organizations. It's just a matter of time of that catching up with the program and helping the kids involved in it. Coach, you got a big one this weekend. What can we expect to see? I mean, this is an interesting vibe for Lobo fan, because I think you're watching individuals and their growth at this point in the season. What is the fan base going to see this Saturday?
Well, I mean, you're going to see Dylan start. You're going to see both quarterbacks play. You're going to continue to see a team that fights their tails off. And I mean, it's been a big focus. I mean, if we can eliminate the dumb mistakes, the turnovers or the big plays, I mean, we'll have a chance to win this football game. Our team fully expects to go in there and compete and win the football game. We have enough talent to. We've got to eliminate the mistakes, eliminate the penalties, and if Devin and Dylan, if one of them's really hot and they can dice up Fresno State secondary, you'll see a lot of fun and you'll see some scoring. And then we got to be what we were the first 8 weeks of the season on third down, as opposed to the last 2 weeks. If we can play good third down defense, you're going to see one heck of a football game on Saturday.
Danny Gonzalez, thank you so much, brother, for joining us.
I appreciate you guys having me on. I mean, go throw some axes and have some fun. Appreciate all you guys do. And man, when you're talking about helping out with recruiting, all the talk about Lobo sports, it doesn't matter what it is. And I appreciate what you guys do. I mean, when we get off these conversations and you talk about, hey, Albuquerque Lobo fan, step up, Lobo fan, this is what you can do. That stuff goes a lot further than you guys have any idea. So I appreciate it. Thanks for all you guys do. Go Lobos.
Coach, if you schedule planes to land between 4 and 7 with recruits, you just make sure the dial's tuned in.
There you go.
And we will be bringing all the Lobo talk all the time. It's that easy. That's all we got to do.
Well, we run around with them on the bus and usually around that time. So I will text you, and you have no idea how big of a deal that is when recruits and parents come in and on the radio, on the local radio, they're talking about Lobo football and they're talking about the excitement. They're talking about Lobo basketball. That stuff goes a lot further than you guys think, because we share the radio links, we share those programs, and they love listening to it because people like hearing about themselves. People like hearing about what they're getting involved in and those things. So you may think I'm kidding, but we do that stuff every single week. So I will definitely text you.
Appreciate it so much, Coach. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, guys. Go Lobos.
Cheers. Thanks, Coach.
We got to grab a commercial because we got to grab a commercial. Let's unpack whenever we get back. It's 2 Men On 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
This report is sponsored
4.5.
Yep. Staples Holiday Deals mean amazing savings for the holiday season on hot tech like laptops, game systems, earbuds, and more. Right now, save up to $350 on select PCs. In-store only. Offer ends 11/18. See an associate for details. Have yourself a merry little holiday deal at Staples.
Traffic right now, things moving slow in several spots. Westbound on I-40, as you approach San Mateo, you're going to see some of those slowdowns. Those are going to last until Unser. I-25 southbound, just south of Paseo, slowdown start. And those are going to go all the way down to Candelaria. Westbound on Paseo, I-25 to Coors, traffic's moving slow. Also dealing with more slowdowns right now. Alameda westbound as you approach 2nd Street. Those last until Coors. And we've got that road work going on. That's affecting both north and southbound I-25 as you approach Avenida Cesar Chavez. There are lane restrictions as well as the road work going on. And there are a lot of slowdowns in that area. Be really careful as you make your way through there.
This report brought to you by Sandia Area Federal Credit Union.
Fund your housing project with a home equity loan from Sandia Area, named the best credit union in New Mexico by Forbes magazine. Learn more at sandia.org. Sandia Area, better banking without the bank.
If you see an accident, call the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture and Mattress. Make yourself at home. Shop in-store or online at AmericanHome.com. I'm Michael Carlisle from the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center.
Celebrate Cherry Fridays with the Sports Animal. Every Friday before a home game, we're turning the town cherry. Join the Sports Animal for a t-shirt raid in the parking lot of one Albertsons somewhere in the city. Get your Lobo gear and home game tickets while supplies last. Join us from Albertsons off Coors and Montano at 11 a.m. this Friday morning. Get there quick and help us paint the town cherry from 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
We are so excited to announce that Fiesta Subaru on Lomas is now open. With more service bays, more friendly faces, and more Subarus than ever, Fiesta Subaru on Lomas is one of the largest Subaru dealerships in the country. Here, it's easier and more comfortable than ever to shop local for your next Subaru. Whether you're ready to hit the trails or hang out with us in our spacious new dealership, there's something for the whole family to enjoy. Come take a test drive or visit us at fiestasubaru.com.
Your brain is an amazing thing, but as you get older, it naturally begins to change, causing a lack of sharpness or even trouble with recall. Thankfully, the breakthrough in Prevagen helps your brain and actually improves memory. The secret is an ingredient originally discovered in jellyfish. Based on a clinical study of subgroups of individuals who are cognitively normal or mildly impaired, Prevagen has been shown to improve memory. A Pharmacy Times national survey of pharmacists rated Prevagen the #1 pharmacist-recommended memory support brand for the 5th year in a row. You can find it in the vitamin aisle in stores everywhere without a prescription. Help your memory. Try Prevagen today. Prevagen. Healthier brain, better life. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
All In Autographs, Albuquerque's premier sports memorabilia and collectible destination, is proud to sponsor the Las Vegas Raiders football. We're your local source for all things Raiders, from jerseys with your favorite OG players to autographs of the greats. Stop in today. All In Autographs is located at 2225 Wyoming Boulevard Northeast in the Hoffman Town Square off Wyoming and Manal. Visit us online at allinautographs.com. That's allinautographs.com.
For the ones who get it done, the most important part is the one you need now. And the best partner is the one who can deliver. That's why millions of maintenance and repair pros trust Grainger, because we have professional grade supplies for every industry, even hard to find products. And we have same-day pickup and next-day delivery on most orders. But most importantly, we have an unwavering commitment to help keep you up and running. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
O'Reilly. It's See Better, Drive Safer month at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Replace your worn-out wiper blades and get up to a $20 O'Reilly gift card after rebate when you purchase a pair of select wiper blades. See store for details. Our professional parts people will even install your new wiper blades for free. Stop by your O'Reilly Auto Parts store or O'ReillyAuto.com. O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Discover, this is Daniela.
Hi, it's Jennifer Coolidge. I just want to thank you for making me feel so special. I earned cash back on debit for my dinner party groceries.
That's great. But with Discover Cashback Debit, we give everyone cash back on everyday purchases. Anything else I can help you with?
Do you like asparagus and mushroom sorbet? I've got leftovers.
Introducing Discover Cashback Debit, a checking account with cash back. It pays to Discover. Eligibility and terms at discover.com/cashback debit. Discover Bank, member FDIC.
Hi, what brings you to the clinic today?
Oh, the baby's not feeling well. I think she might have a fever.
Well, let's check her temp with the Exergen thermometer. You're right. These Exergen thermometers are very accurate. Reads 101.2.
Oh, gosh. Well, that Exergen thermometer sure is fast and easy to use.
Yes, and many doctors recommend Exergen for home use.
Exergen thermometers, backed by over 100 clinical studies, are available at Walgreens and participating retailers. Learn more at Exergen.com.
The Duke City's home. There's 9.
Hey guys, and Art is on the phone if you want to talk to him to his response to Danny Gonzalez.
What's his name?
Art. A-R-T.
Is he on the list?
No. I know Art.
Okay.
Your mic is hot.
We're live from ABQX. Had a new friend of the show come over. That's nice. Yeah. Rozzy, friend of the show, Rozzy. She was super nice. She's like, listen, I went to your wrestling show. It was loud.
It's not for everyone. It's not for everyone. It's definitely for me. I have a blast every single time. But I could see some people being uncomfortable with that super high energy and fun, loud atmosphere and people having the time of their lives. That makes some people uncomfortable.
Only go to Duke City Championship Wrestling if you want to have a lot of fun. We have a lot of fun every time friend of the show, Art, calls. Art, welcome to Two Men On via the Sports.
Hello, my brothers. How are you?
Good, my friend. How are you?
I'm good. I just wanted to comment a little bit on Coach Gonzalez's observation of what he saw. I think both quarterbacks are good that we have. I think the biggest thing that is one that they don't. But they need to tackle
right now, Amory. Let's try to reestablish with Art because we're getting some of every other word from Art. I do think he mentioned that he thinks the quarterbacks are pretty good.
I will agree.
I will agree. Amory, let us know if we can get Art back on. We'd love to have him. The thing when you're struggling and when you're a leader is you have to find ways to keep it in the positive direction. You have to find, and you almost have to subscribe yourself.
Right.
You know what I mean? You're taking the facts as there in front of you and creating a narrative. Friend of the show, Art, rejoining us. Art, welcome back, brother. So that's a trick. Amory took a couple days off, is what happened.
It's the preseason for the producers,
too. It's she's made a miraculous recovery.
First of all,
Art, we do appreciate the call.
He is a truck driver in New Mexico. I know that. So maybe just he's having trouble, but really wanted to talk about the Lobos.
Well, it's two people having trouble, and usually that's a recipe for disaster.
It's not me.
Friend of the
I'm not his cell phone carrier.
On your new soundboard there, do you have a truck horn? Do you have like, which I think is what a horn sounds like? I feel like everyone hears that noise differently.
Or just
I hate you, but why I despise you. But go to hell.
Yep.
That's going to be the most. You're going to wear out that button.
It's Amory's text message sound moving forward. It's their polyphonic ringtone. I'm on Team Art, though.
Yeah, real quick. Friend of the show, CJ, earlier said that he sees flashes of brilliance. He sees good players playing good football in little streaks and little spurts. And I agree. We just need another 20 or 30 of them.
6 o'clock, whenever we get back, you know what that means. Well, more sports talk, basically. Coming on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
You're clear.
That's why you feel my swag. Go ahead, girl, give it to me, baby. 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 Go, give it to me, baby.
This report brought to you by Quality by DiLorenzo, Lomas, and Pennsylvania.
Interest rates are actually going down at Quality Buick GMC on Lomas. Select Buicks now come with 1.9% financing, up to $1,250 in cash, and no payments till 2024. Quality Buick GMC on Lomas. QualityDeal.com.
Traffic right now, things moving slow in several spots. Westbound on I-40, as you approach San Mateo, you're going to see some of those slowdowns. Those are going to last until Unser. I-25 southbound, just south of Paseo, slowdown start. And those are going to go all the way down to Candelaria. Westbound on Paseo, I-25 to Coors, traffic's moving slow. Also dealing with more slowdowns right now. Alameda westbound as you approach 2nd Street. Those last until Coors. And we've got that road work going on. That's affecting both north and south on I-25 as you approach Avenida Cesar Chavez. There are lane restrictions as well as the road work going on. And there are a lot of slowdowns in that area. Be really careful as you make your way through there.
If you see an accident, call the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture and Mattress. Make yourself at home. Shop in-store or online at AmericanHome.com. I'm Michael Carlisle from the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center.
Contact Tax Relief Helpers for details and restrictions.
Attention, anyone that owes money to the IRS. The IRS has restarted aggressive enforcement actions against taxpayers who owe back taxes that were temporarily suspended for COVID. If you owe $10,000 or more, you must hear this because now is the time to clear your IRS tax debt. A special toll-free number has been established so you can stop penalty fees, avoid liens, levies, or other hostile measures by the IRS. Call Tax Relief Helpers right now at 800-956-5539. Tax Relief Helpers will provide you the maximum protection afforded by law.
I got behind on my taxes and owed $48,000. I didn't know what to do. I called and they got my bill lowered to just $3,500.
I owed $87,000 in taxes and it was scary. I got the amount I owed down to just $3,500. I saved $83,500.
If you owe money to the IRS, don't wait another day. Call 800-956-5539 right now before the IRS enforces liens, levies, or other aggressive measures. The call and consult are absolutely free. Call now. Call 800-956-5539. 800-956-5539. 800-956-5539.
I can't wait for what's next, even with higher stroke risk due to atrial fibrillation, an irregular heartbeat not caused by a heart valve problem. Eliquis, the Apixaban tablets, reduces stroke risk. It's the #1 cardiologist-prescribed blood thinner.
Don't stop taking prescription Eliquis without talking to your doctor, as this may increase your risk of stroke. Eliquis can cause serious and in rare cases fatal bleeding. Don't take Eliquis if you have an artificial heart valve, abnormal bleeding, or have antiphospholipid syndrome. While taking, you may bruise more easily or take longer for bleeding to stop. A spinal injection while on Eliquis increases risk of blood clots, which may cause paralysis, the inability to move. Get medical help right away for unexpected bleeding or unusual bruising, or if you have tingling, numbness, or muscle weakness. It may increase your bleeding risk if you take medicines such as aspirin products, NSAIDs, SSRIs, SNRIs, and blood thinners. Tell your doctor about all planned medical or dental procedures. Learn more at Eliquis.com or call 1-855-ELIQUIS.
Now betting for the sports animal, your afternoon drive. Number 2, Menon, Van Nunley, and Fred Slow. And in the on-deck circle, Amory Castillo. This is 2 Men On with Van Nunley and Fred.
That's funny. All right, Mike's hot.
Championship Wednesday here at 82X. They're throwing them for the chip. They kind of got the chip.
They get a belt, they get a crown, they get a trophy,
Golden Axe.
plaque.
Get a Golden Axe.
Where's the gold? I want to see the Golden Axe.
I got a Golden Axe. Do-do-do-do-do.
A Willy Wonka reference?
I was doing Willy Wonka.
Okay. Not well.
You know, it takes a lot to put it out there all the time like I do.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. That's all. I just
Are you or are you not excited for the new Willy Wonka?
Are you not? I'm not excited. The last time I've been excited for a movie?
I've been so busy in life and work that I missed out on a couple motion pictures I really wanted to watch.
Nah. The only thing that looks any good is Iron Claw coming out right before Christmas.
Of course, you immediately reference the only wrestling movie out.
Looks super good. Big news. Major League Baseball's competition committee has proposed reducing the pitch clock with runners on base from 20 to 18 seconds. I mean, man.
Well, before we talk about what might happen next year,
It'll take seconds off.
let's talk about what's happening right now.
Well, okay.
Congratulations to Blake Snell.
Is that official?
Yeah.
Let's go, Blake Snell.
Blake Snell.
Let's go.
National League Cy Young. He's got
Okay.
one in each league. That's cool.
Yeah.
Also, congratulations to Garrett Cole. New York Yankees ace gets the AL Cy Young Award. I thought it was going to be Spencer Strider. I think Spencer Strider was robbed.
What? Why?
Because he was a better pitcher this year.
I don't know about that. I
do.
I don't think you're correct. You know my favorite thing about the Cy Young is? Let's use like Blake Snell for an example. I know Luis Arias, is that his name, from Miami?
Mm-hmm.
I know he went like 8 for 8 against him this year or something. It's like you can be the best player in all of you can win the Cy Young, but there's still a guy that's going to have your number.
Somebody still owns you. Still owns you.
It's such a wild stat. He's got that.
Luis Arias hit off of everybody, though.
Oh, yeah,
That's
he's
what you have
very
to do
good.
to lead the league in average every year.
Snell's got that big, like way over the top lefty, like it comes across your face. If you're a lefty, if you're a righty, you might pick it up, maybe.
Sure.
Maybe. But the dude is a world of talent. He just doesn't get support. Like, score runs for my guy.
Please score runs for him.
Please score runs.
There's a problem in baseball. Wins aren't indicative of how good of a pitcher you are.
Yeah.
Because you got to have your offense score runs for you, obviously. But the aces, a guy like Blake Snell, a guy like Garrett Cole, it's not a random rotation. Managers of baseball teams set up their best pitcher against your best pitcher. So quite often, the reason that these aces get no run support because they're going up against their competitors' aces.
Well, oh God, I'm not trying to be over analytical here. There's also, I think, hey, we only need 3 runs today, boys. Like, there's like a mental checkout.
Sure.
Where the dudes often at the top of the rotation don't get production, from the other side offensively. I also just found the stats here between Garrett Cole and AL batting champion. What's Diaz's first name? The kid from Tampa Bay. Oh, it's on the tip of my tongue.
Not Yiner.
Yandy. So, like, he rocked on Garrett Cole too.
Sure.
Like,
he might not have gave up a hit to a left-hander all year.
Garrett Cole, I think, led the league in strikeouts by pitch clock. I think that's a real stat.
Sure. Garrett Cole's that dude.
It's a different game now, man. You remember we talked to Greg Maddox? Was that this year?
Yeah, previous season.
And he was talking about how he's able to, like, build up, like, strong relationships with umpires and, able to, like, really dictate the pace of play and able to, like, Greg Maddox, this is going to sound like blasphemy, wouldn't be tough today. He wouldn't be anything. The way the game is currently played is not the way that he was successful. And because all those tools are taken away, you get guys like, no offense, like Snell's a stud.
Yeah.
But, like, Snell wouldn't have had this success in the 90s.
I think a guy like Greg Maddox, you could pick him up and place him in any generation.
Sure.
And he's going to research the hitters, and he's going to paint the corners, and the umpires know that he's so accurate. He gets an extra strip of black on the outside of the plate. He's that guy. There's still room in baseball for guys who only throw 90. As long as you throw 90 in each far corner of the strike zone.
Garrett Cole is, to win a Cy Young in the biggest city with the most important team is a bigger deal.
And you're the only one on your team who played well all year.
And everyone who sees you pitch, every single fan that sees you pitch outside of the New York area, they want to see you do poorly.
Sure.
They want to see you lose. The Yankees are hated the way the New York Yankees are hated.
Especially someone who got 300 milli.
Yeah. And then they said you can't do it because they took away Spider Tack. And he's like, what?
I'll go ahead and win a Cy
Yeah,
Young.
watch me.
Yeah. I'll go ahead and be the best pitcher in this division. How about that?
I want Major League Baseball to like be able to shine a spotlight bright enough to point out why these accomplishments are so special. Because like just releasing a graphic on your Twitter, by the way, cool graphic. It isn't like the celebration that I feel like, I don't even know what a good equivalent of a Cy Young is in football. Offensive Player of the Year? Defensive Player of the Year, I guess. Like
somewhere in between those two.
Yeah.
Yeah, right smack dab in Venn diagram
Right.
of those two.
And you'll see those guys like running out at the Super Bowl and like singing the national anthem or doing whatever.
Yeah.
And because Major League Baseball, tries to stay relevant into the holidays by, staggering the release schedule of wins or awards or whatever. Also, and then Jeff Passan's like, big news. We're taking 2 seconds off the pitch clock. Well, you just steal and shine. Stop it, baseball. Like, get it together, baseball, and get like a release schedule that makes some sense.
Baseball, once again, congratulations, Snell and Cole. It's kind of dumb.
Yeah.
Baseball is over adjusting their rules to some kind of a logical fallacy that people want shorter games. You're changing the rules for people who aren't going to watch your product anyways. They're freaking out because from the beginning of the year to the end of the year, games lasted 7 minutes longer. That's it. They're considering shaving 2 minutes off the pitch clock to try to claw back that 7 minutes. The NFL has 7 minutes of commercials every 7 minutes. No one's complaining.
You're going to tell me right now you can just shave off an hour of my day once a year? You can just get rid of an entire hour of daylight? It's not so far-fetched to think Major League Baseball is not trying to get rid of the third inning. Like, that's a real thing. Like
7 minutes is minuscule compared to 3 hours. You got the games on average down to 2 hours and 40 minutes. That's a huge accomplishment. Don't push it.
The other joke is, in some circles, 2 seconds is, a satisfactory amount of time when you can, it really gets the job done.
And like five maybe in your world. I mean, what's next? You're going to have like, I'm sorry, guys. We gotta, for the sake of the sport, we got to get rid of pitchers altogether.
Mm-hmm.
We're only doing pitching machines.
Bring in the tea.
Yeah. We're only doing pitching machines, and physicists from MIT will be controlling the spin ratio.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to speed up the game. Games are going to be 50 minutes now.
Now, speaking of speeding up the game, what we've done, and you'll see it there on the backside of every seat in front of you, is you have a beer tap. And how it works is you insert 1 quarters, and you get a quarter's worth of beer.
Mm-hmm.
And you, sir, will never have to exit your seat again.
Nope, because the game's only an hour and 4 minutes.
It's become soccer.
Yes. Do not leave. Show up early. Do not leave. By the way, we're outlawing stealing bases because stealing's illegal.
Yes.
Yes.
We made the bases 3 inches larger so that the fans could see them from the distance of the beer line, which they'll be standing in for the entirety of the game.
We got to shave that 4.5 seconds from a guy going from first base to second base on steals. If it's his turn, he can flip a coin and see if he's out or not.
I don't know what you, Van, don't understand, because when I play RBI baseball, I can absolutely choose a pitch, set my guy to one side of the pitcher's mound, and throw that pitch within like 4 seconds. So I don't know why Major League Baseball player can't do it too.
Okay, for the sake of the game, guys, we got to go to Little League base hit rules. There'll be no defenders in the field whatsoever. You either hit a home run, a double, a single, or an out.
That's it.
Just a pitching machine and a batter.
Now, if you don't want the pitch clock to affect you going from 20 seconds to 18, maybe just don't let any runners on, Van. Maybe just don't do that.
Just strike everyone out.
Just strike them out.
That'd be an awesome game. Also, if you don't want to deal with the adverse effects of a pitch clock, maybe you should play baseball in a Christopher Nolan movie.
Tenet?
That is a niche reference there.
Was that not correct?
His movies are all about the manipulation of time.
I just said Tenet.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's the one.
Yeah.
Also, just say pitch clock is always 18 seconds. Just say that.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it is. Oh, okay. Cool. Hey, we got it. Noted. You know what we have to do? Make a very slight change.
When there's no runners on base, it's 15 seconds. When there's runners on base, it's 20 seconds. Next year, it's going to be 18 seconds. The year after that, left-handed batters only get 17 seconds because they're one step closer to the base. That will shave another 44 seconds off every game.
You're doing it in the way I wouldn't do it. 18 seconds flat. That's it.
For everything.
For everything.
Let's do 15 for everything.
16.
What can I do with 15 seconds?
17 seconds.
A lot.
15 seconds? That's as long as it takes to heat up a cup of water in my microwave to make it easier to wipe down whenever the macaroni explodes.
You only do 17 seconds?
To heat up the water in the cup to get because I don't know if you do this when you clean your microwave.
I do a minute.
You do a full minute, dude? Are you crazy? How hot is that cup?
I used to work back house of the kitchen in my early 20s. So the nerves in my hands are dead. I can just touch hot stuff all day.
Weird.
Yes.
Today's I-9 Varsity whenever we get back. 2 men on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
Traffic.
All right, you guys have a 6-minute break, and then we'll take it to 29.
Okay.
To approach you're going to see some of those slowdowns. Those are going to last until Unser. I-25 southbound, just south of Paseo, slowdown start. And those are going to go all the way down to Candelaria. Westbound on Paseo, I-25 to Coors, traffic's moving slow. Also dealing with more slowdowns right now. Alameda westbound as you approach 2nd Street. Those last until Coors. And we've got that road work going on. That's affecting both north and southbound I-25 as you approach Avenida Cesar Chavez. There are lane restrictions as well as the road work going on. And there are a lot of slowdowns in that area. Be really careful as you make your way through there.
If you see an accident, call the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture and Mattress. Make yourself at home. Shop in-store or online at AmericanHome.com. I'm Michael Carlisle from the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center.
The Jim Rome Show.
Remember when Cincinnati was struggling? Remember when Joe Burrow looked nothing like Joe Burrow? Remember when Lou Anarumo's defense also looked nothing like itself? That all feels like a very long time ago, even though it was only a few weeks ago. Joey B looks like Joey B once again, which is why the Bengals look like the Bengals once again. When Joey Burrow is healthy and extending plays, the Bengals are once again in the Super Bowl conversation.
The Jim Rome Show. Weekdays at 10 on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
Our daughter Jessie loves playing detective. A clue.
But since we discovered she has sensitive skin, we've been playing detective too.
We thought the problem was our puppy.
But it was actually our old detergent.
Aha.
So we switched to Tide Free and Gentle. Tide cleans better than the leading competitive free detergent, and it doesn't leave behind irritating residues.
Plus, Tide Free and Gentle has no dyes or perfumes, so it's gentle on her skin.
Case closed.
If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Free and Gentle.
Dell's Black Friday event is their biggest sale of the year. Shop limited time deals on laptops like the stylish, innovative XPS 13, engineered to do it all on the Intel Evo platform. Plus, save big on ultra-sharp monitors and top brand accessories. It's the perfect time to upgrade any home, business, or gaming setup powered by Intel Core processors. Shop now at Dell.com/deals to take advantage of huge savings and free shipping. Again, that's Dell.com/deals.
Albuquerque Downs Racetrack and Casino is hiring, and some positions include a cash bonus. We're looking for great people for Players Club, security, slot techs, vault cashier, food and beverage, and many more. Join the winning team. Visit abqdowns.com/careers for listings. Celebrate Thanksgiving in fine dining elegance in the Crown Room located inside Casino at the Downs. Enjoy a complete gourmet dinner featuring prime rib or roasted turkey for only $49.99. Seating from 2 to 7 p.m. Call 505-767-7180 to reserve.
For the ones who get it done, the most important part is the one you need now. And the best partner is the one who can deliver. That's why millions of maintenance and repair pros trust Grainger, because we have professional grade supplies for every industry, even hard to find products. And we have same day pickup and next day delivery on most orders. But most importantly, we have an unwavering commitment to help keep you up and running. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
This Thanksgiving at Total Wine & More, find bourbons and Cabernets that you adore. Our helpful guides are so friendly and nice. So many bottles to try at the lowest price. So gather with friends as you sit down to eat. Grateful for all who made Thanksgiving complete.
With the lowest prices for over 30.
What is it? Shades of Gray?
Only.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah. The
What is it?
the I-9 Varsity of Shades of Grey.
Sam knows when people want some pizza
You got 2 more minutes.
near me. Sam also knows if Sam's Pizza doesn't prominently appear when that map.
Yeah.
Well, then Sam's Pizza.
The first break
Don't
in your
say it
6
like that.
o'clock hour is always 5 to 6 minutes.
Dozens of other
You have 3 long breaks in each hour,
businesses on the map. Cumulus Boost helps make sure
and it goes with traffic.
Boost. Get on the map. CUMULUSBoost.com.
For the ones who get it done, the most important part is the one you need now. And the
In about 45.
pros trust Grainger because we have professional grade supplies for every industry, even hard to find products. And we have same day pickup and next day delivery on most orders. But most importantly, we have an unwavering commitment to help keep you up and running. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
It's See Better, Drive Safer month at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Replace your worn-out wiper blades and get up to a $20 O'Reilly gift card after rebate when you purchase a pair of select wiper blades. See store for details. Our professional parts people will even install your new wiper blades for free. Stop by your O'Reilly Auto Parts store or O'ReillyAuto.com.
O'Reilly Auto Parts. The guy was like, it's going to take me a second.
Okay. It's the second best.
Here you go.
It's the opening drive with Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck. Weekday mornings from 7
Mike is hot.
on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
Lady Lobos basketball tips off in like 40 minutes. Pregame is in 10. League office 280 at i9sports.com, 505-312-4999. I9 Sports. It's today's I9 Varsity, the I9 Varsity of Shades of Gray. Don't forget, I9 Sports currently doing their soccer and basketball and cheerleading and tennis and volleyball. They're just doing them all. All team registrations are available as well. So go check they out. Today's I9 Varsity. Yeah, Shades of Gray, Dan.
Okay.
Now, this is because I told you that my hoodie was gunmetal, and you said it was Battleship.
I thought it was a charcoal.
Like a board with cheese and meats on it?
That's charcoaltery.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Van, feel free to lead.
First on my I-9 Varsity,
Yes.
Shades of Gray.
Yeah.
I'm going with just a touch.
Okay.
Just a touch of gray.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Which is probably the best Grateful Dead song from the 80s. So first on my I-9 Varsity of Shades of Gray, going with a touch. Just a touch. By the way, we're all wearing gray.
Yes.
It's fall. It's fall, guys. I mean, if you want an intermediate between black and white, you go with gray. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah, we're all that way. I said both, but I meant A-Marie too. A-Marie, you can please go second.
I'm going with for the fans, 50 Shades of Gray.
Okay, good answer.
That's a lot of shade. That's all the shades.
Yeah.
You have nothing left. You just got rid of all of them.
There's more than 50.
No, I'm looking at them right now. It's
Is
ridiculous.
there more than 50 shades of gray?
It's
gray.
Google was like, here's your first 136 of them.
So there's
ridiculous.
more.
That's fake.
Yes.
The 2011 survival thriller starring Liam Neeson, The Gray.
Just gray. Oh, The
Gray.
The is your shade of gray.
Yeah. Following a grueling 5-week shift in an Alaskan oil refinery. The sharpshooters have to get Liam Neeson. All Liam Neeson movies suck so bad.
More like Liam Peason, am I right? He pees himself all the time. Google that. A fun little journey on the interwebs. Next on my I-9 varsity of shades of gray, I'm going to go with charcoal. The reason we brought this up in the first place, because I love charcoal gray, and that is the color of my Prius, which you will soon be able to win in a drawing put on by this show, and all proceeds go to charity.
No, they don't. Some of them go to you.
Well, I got to pay for the Prius.
Hey, Marie.
I'm going to go with Noah Ryan Gray.
Oh, okay.
Tight end for the Kansas City Chiefs.
Wouldn't have got that one.
Never would have. Never even heard of the guy.
What? He's a football player?
Tight end for the Kansas City Chiefs.
You know they
No,
have
he's not.
There is more than one.
No, they got the guy that was super sexist in the early 2000s. They got that guy.
Who is in Argentina?
I mean, who's in Argentina?
Travis Kelce.
I hate that I know this. It's because Taylor Swift has concerts in Argentina right now.
Yeah, and Travis Kelce went on his bye week.
The very, very pretty.
It's not what I did on my bye week.
Tamyra Gray. Give me Tamyra Gray.
Oh, she's nice.
She's so pretty.
She's super nice.
Give me her. Put her on the list.
I was going to save this one for my cleanup hitter.
Yeah.
But we're up against it.
Oh, are we?
We got like 5 minutes.
We got plenty of time.
The pride of
5 minutes.
The pride of Lockalusa, Florida.
Uh-huh.
One of my favorite performing artists.
I know exactly where you're going.
The inventor of swamp funk.
Uh-huh.
JJ Gray.
That's not who I would have went with. That was a good answer. That's not the right answer.
Friend of the show, you like some rock and roll, you like some blues, you like some soul, you like all this stuff smashed together. Check out some JJ Gray. He's a dude.
Hey, Marie.
Okay. I'm going on theme here with my voice. I'm going to go with Smoke, which is a shade of gray.
Yeah, I like that a lot. My next album drops, guys. Give me Macy Gray.
Oh.
It's a good one.
Yeah, sometimes I try to walk away, but I stumble. I couldn't give you any more lyrics from Macy Gray, except that she sounds just like A. Marie when she's sick.
I suppose I'll sneak another one in.
Okay.
Well, you got time.
Anatomy Gray.
Grey's Anatomy.
Grey's Anatomy.
Yeah.
Not the stupid TV show.
What?
That Swifties love so much.
No.
Swifties do love it.
The actual anatomy textbook, Grey's Anatomy.
Okay.
That's where it came from.
Amory's really struggling with this one.
No, I was just thinking, I'm trying to be creative. What about Cloudy?
Yeah, I mean, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a good answer.
So stupid.
How about when I was in grade school and the teacher would say, Fred, what did you just say? And I would say, I said Van was gray.
Okay.
No, you didn't.
What about that? What about that answer? Whenever
I am a vegetarian, used to own a Prius.
Whenever,
so there's that.
That's everyone. Look how gray Van is today.
Your gray is showing. How about what I'm sipping on right now here at ABQX?
Van's dad
gray?
gave him a hug when he dropped him off for school. He's gray. That's what a little kid me would say.
Drinking a Greyhound. Little gin and grapefruit. Gray fruit.
Greyhound's a good answer.
Shout out to Eastern New Mexico University.
I was going to go with the bus line.
Oh, I took one of those once.
To where?
Denver, Colorado.
That had to be terrible.
It was fine. It wasn't bad at all.
Doesn't sound true.
So this is in the tech generation when I rode the Greyhound. I just popped the AirPods in, put on a little motion picture, and just cruised right on up there. Car was in the shop.
Well, now you know.
I'm going to go with Lead.
Lead is good.
Okay.
I drive down the street every day.
I really tried to stretch this one out because I thought you guys would come through because I know you both very well. But I will take the obvious answer that neither of you picked, which is embarrassing, sad, and a letdown. It's Grey Goose. The answer is Grey Goose. It's not even close. It's a banger vodka. We have all drank a ton of it. And I don't know why you two, knowing how much you both enjoy boozing it up, that you guys didn't pick Grey Goose.
Well, I have a fantastic reason, Fred. I don't mind telling you.
Does it involve Teller?
It's because I only drink Teller vodka.
I'm sure. Your whole life, huh?
Me.
Your whole life, huh?
Heavy lies the crown. Oh, just like only the past 5 years exclusively.
Yeah.
It's been a very exclusive relationship with Teller vodka.
Weird how that
As
goes.
a brand ambassador, you'll often see me with a delicious pre-made Teller lemonade cocktail.
As a bartender, one of the best orders I ever received in New York City when I was bartending was this guy was like, "Can I get a Grey Geese?" And I was like, "Why?" I'm like, "What, you mean Grey Goose?" And he's like, "No, I want a double."
Yeah.
And I found that very charming.
It's not because he knew he was going to throw up later and eat it.
I found that very charming.
So it's geese. That's what geese do.
So, anyways, how was your guys' first date?
I did not go out with that guy.
Oh.
Club promoter, no thanks.
Hey, Marie just has a list of hate, dude. Like,
Nah.
Just like a.
They just wanted my BBM.
What is that?
Oh,
remember BlackBerry Messenger?
That's not where either of us went.
Nope.
Hey,
not even close.
Nope.
No.
You're in a gray area.
Is this before or after you ran your underground prostitution ring?
Before.
During? Oh, okay, before. All right.
What perfect timing.
What is the BlackBerry Messenger?
What did you never like? What? You're old enough.
To what? I know.
All right.
I had AIM.
Gotta go.
I had a pager.
Hey, Marie, welcome back to radio.
Oh, thanks.
Van, final words?
Hey, stay right here on 610 AM and 95.9 FM.
Yeah.
And cheer for them Lady Lobos. The lovely voice of JJ Buck will be calling that. If you're not going to listen to that, you can listen to more JJ Buck
30
with Jeff Symbieta first thing in the morning on the opening drive.
Van and David Weesey Carl live from Sadie's tomorrow, Duke City Championship Wrestling, DCCWtickets.com. Slide some money into Daddy's pockets.
See you there, friends of the
See you
show.
tomorrow
15
night at
seconds.
the El Rey. Good job, everyone. GG.
See you tomorrow at Sadie's Porque and El Rey
Up, guys. Bye-bye.